New York is kind of cold. It's kind of cold. I just got back.
All right, so we give praise, esteem, and honor to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach this day. Pick this up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come in my Abba's name, you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you. The Abba, there's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? Hey, little boy, Noah, get up, sit up. Madeline, sit down, turn around. All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's get this Ecclesiastes 12 and 9.
And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yet he gave good heed and sought out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words and written upright, words of truth.
Shalom, Jay.
The words of the wise as goads, and as nails,
as nails,
fastened by the masters of assemblies.
Master of assemblies. Shalom, each man.
From one shepherd.
It's given what?
From one shepherd.
We're gonna take a detour, right? I seen like 2, 3 ladies on threads post this here, but then I seen a video of a lady saying this here, and it had to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And what they were saying is that they talking about a Proverbs 31 woman, but they saying the Proverbs 31 man is rich. And this is why you don't let women handle no word in a lot of instances, situations, and circumstances. And I'm talking about mainly women who don't serve God at all, for one. You know what I'm talking about? Because they'll take some stuff and use it to be self-serving. This idiotic woman had the nerve to say, see, he was a king. But see, then we'd have to determine something as far as kingship is concerned. Because everybody in Yasharal is not a king. We know that much, correct? You know that only one family line is considered to be kings if you're not talking about the northern kingdom. And even with that, that's only one family line. And that's still from the same bloodline almost, because you're dealing with David. But then there were some offshoots of some people from some other tribe. But you get the gist. So Proverbs 31 and 1.
To the words of King Lemuel.
Yeah, she told him.
The prophecy that his mother taught him.
His what?
His mother taught him.
No, his mama taught him.
The prophecy.
Tell him what a prophecy is, man. So you know if that, hold on, what that is? Give me Revelation 19 and 10 real quick.
And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see not, I am your fellow servant and of your brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Elohim, for the testimony of Yahushua is the Ruach of prophecy.
Testimony of Yahushua is the what?
Ruach of prophecy.
It's the what?
Ruach of prophecy.
Oh my God, today. Go ahead and tell him what Ruach of prophecy is. Shalom, Brother Dave, man.
Ruach is
they made that boy fade.
That's the third person of the triune.
Yeah, we don't need that. Shalom, me. Go ahead.
Prophecy is prophetia. That's a prophecy.
Now go ahead back to what you call it? Proverbs 31 and 1, and tell him what prophecy is there.
That's Masal. Load bearing, a tribute, a burden, a lifting up, utterance, an oracle, a burden.
So this is an utterance. So this ain't even a prophecy. Hold on, let me show you something. Because when you're dealing with prophecy, for the most time, you'll get the word Nabi. Because that's the word usually associated with a prophet. So when it tell you that it's a prophecy here, this ain't even prophecy in the sense. They said it's Messiah, mean. Sean, Olive. You know, you got utterance, oracle, or burden. And it's only used for prophecy in this book twice. Let me see what the other instance of where that's at, man. Let me back this up. And it's both in Proverbs. So when you look at this, this is the utterance or the word that his mama taught him. Now, if you look at it in English, you'll see prophecy. So that means that King Lemuel's mother was not a prophetess. It's the game she giving him. Now, this lady in this video said it's the game that this woman was giving her rich son to know what type of woman to choose. And you know why she thought like that? Because she's taking a Western thought process and transporting it on the times of antiquity. Shalom, because the way that them people chose mates in antiquity is not how people choose mates right now. You know what I'm saying? So this thought process of he got to do this or he gonna do that. Number one, you weren't dating in the first place. So if you was a random woman going out trying to find a man to meet, you were a whore. And clearly your daddy didn't care nothing about you. Because that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? You can't take modern times and put that back then and think they lived like that, because they didn't. Because if you was if somebody from back then if there was a time machine where they could come now, they would be appalled. You know what I'm saying? At what because it's drastically different from the society that they come from. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do all this stuff. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I even heard this woman say, oh, he had to be rich because women weren't allowed to have money back then. This is how I know this whole stupid. How many times y'all done read this book where it said an Israelite woman wasn't allowed to have no money? How many times you done seen an Israelite woman with some money? A lot. Didn't we just read about that Shumanite woman who told her husband, hey man, we gonna woo, woo, woo. This thought process that women were oppressed in antiquity in the Commonwealth of Yasharal is the furthest thing from the truth. You know what I'm saying? Unless they were dealing with wicked people. That's not how it was set up. All this that women couldn't own land. Then this is the other part with the land part, of course, that people are not going to understand. In the Commonwealth of Yasharal, the people were given land. You know what I'm talking about? So if there was no land to have to buy, it's not like now you just born and you rent something. Your family already had a plot of land that they owned. So if you bought some land, it's because somebody was willing to sell theirs. Like every family in Israel had land. You should remember that when you go back and you look at Joshua, you know what I'm saying? The book of Joshua, and you can see they divvied the land up by tribe. That's why the book say you can't remove your neighbor's landmark. Well, let's go ahead and look at that. Come over here to what it is, Proverbs 26. Matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy 27. Since I mentioned that, let's go ahead and deal with that right now. Deuteronomy 27 and 17.
Cursed be he that remove his neighbor's landmark.
And all the people say what?
Amen.
Go to Deuteronomy 19 and 14.
So you shall not remove your neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in your inheritance.
Set in your web?
Inheritance, which you shall inherit in the land that Yahuwah your Elohim give you to possess.
Tell them what a landmark is. I forgot it was a football game. That's how much I don't get that.
That's Gabul, a border, territory, a region, a landmark.
You can't take your neighbor's land. Can't take his territory. Because that's what's been given to him. That's why I was telling you, when you look at how these boys do all things in common and they saying that, like if somebody gets a commonwealth, I just use this as an example because I was talking to my homeboy about it. Now, he don't own this land. I done told you about this before. He down with a dude. This man has 110 acres of land. Now, it's a dude who be making videos who be dissing them. Peace, brother Omar, calling them scammers. And this nigga telling me it's going to take $10 million. I don't think it'll take $10 million to do that. But nevertheless, do you know how much it would cost to cut the grass on 110 acres of land? How much money do you think that would cost?
A lot.
Over $1 million for sure.
Nah, hell.
No. I'm only saying that because Rose said he had to spend over $1 million.
He was lying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was lying.
$100 for an acre at least.
Yeah, that's about right. $100 an acre.
Oh,
he was
definitely.
He cut his own grass. Huh?
Yeah, because he said trying to save $1 million a year. Because he said that's what somebody told him previously.
Now, you talking about cutting trees and all that stuff.
Now, if you talking about land clearing, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you talking about land clearing, absolutely. But if you talking about just hopping on,
was like the cut
he
said
he was lying. He was lying.
That's why he cut himself.
Nah, yeah, that nigga was lying. You know what I'm saying? You talking about to cut 100 acres, bro? $100 an acre.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay? That junk gonna cost you now. You know what I'm saying? That junk ain't cheap now. Definitely, you gonna pay 10 racks. You know what I'm saying? Now you depending on how fast the grass grow in the summertime, you know that's you know
Extra.
you talking about 10 racks. You may cut the grass 10 to 12 times throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Now he gonna pay over 6 figures to cut that. But if you talking about go getting land clearing done, oh yeah, man. Depending on how much stuff need to be cleared out, oh yeah, 110 acres, you definitely pay $1 million. But that land already been cleared. So yeah, he wasn't paying that. But one thing Rick Ross don't mind doing is telling a lie. Shalom, Mama Steph. Rick Ross, he don't mind. You know what I'm saying? That boy seen pictures of himself in the CEO outfit. And he said that ain't me. But now I was mentioning that because they had like a fundraiser. And I think they didn't even raise 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? That's not finna cover nothing. But guess what ain't out there? They ain't got no water out there. They ain't got no electric out there. You know what I'm saying? For people to, he just got land. Now you gotta install all that city, all that water. They ain't got nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it ain't supposed to be out there. It's 110 acres of undeveloped land. You know what I'm talking about? But I mention that because if it was 110 acres, it's 110 acres out there, right? And you take 30 families. Shoot, if you take 60 families and say, man, we all gonna give you, let's just make it 120, make it even. We're gonna give you all 2 acres. Wherever they set that border at, that's their landmark. Can't nobody infringe on that territory. That's theirs. You know what I'm saying? So when you got it set up that way, that's what that means. So when you sitting back looking at in the Commonwealth of Yasharal, everybody had land. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no junk where we live in some apartments and you rent the house. That's not what happened. Matter of fact, come over here to Jeremiah 32 for another point on that. Y'all should remember this here. If it ain't Jeremiah 32 or 28, I remember this.
The landmark will pretty much be equivalent to
Shalom, 10K.
zoning in this time, right?
Say that one more time.
I said the landmark pretty much be equivalent like to zoning.
Nah, zoning is different. Because zoning is what you allowed to use land for. You know what I'm saying? Like some parcels of land are zoned commercial, so you can't build a house on there and live there. You know what I'm saying? And then some places lands is zoned residential, and you can't open a business there. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain stuff get people want to build. That's why they be like, you got to go to the zoning hearings because you can contest it. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was trying to open a liquor store and they wanted to, like you can go petition to get zoning changed on a parcel of land if you're trying to use it for something different. Like if it was mixed use, you could go, they got all that type of stuff, but most of our people don't know about that stuff because, niggas ain't buying land like that. I mean, they ain't even being funded. They ain't even nothing that they would be concerned with. Which is understandable because if you ain't doing that, why would you be concerned with it? I can't find this. Well, who baby screaming like that? What they doing to that baby? Yeah, come on, Jeremiah 32:1. Come on, there it is. Now, this is Jeremiah Bonafield. Shalom, Brother Robert. Do you got to worry about that in rural areas? No. I take that back. If you're going to do it commercial, oh, absolutely. It has to be zoned. No matter where you at, it still got to be zoned. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have certain zoning when it comes to building residential property in rural areas. But if you were talking about doing something commercial wise, or like you couldn't just build a warehouse in a rural area without getting that zone for that, because it has to show up on the property appraiser's website. That junk all go into the real estate taxes and all that stuff. That's what that stuff tie into. You say, Sister Regina, yeah, all them, yes, all definitely all type of zone. And then the zoning law is different from city to city, not even state to state. I know I'm buried from city to city. Come on with
Say
it.
the word that came to Jeremiah from Yahuwah in the 10th year of Zedekiah the king of Yehuda, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. Then the king of Babylon's army besieged Jerusalem, and Jeremiah the prophet was shut up in the court of the prison, which is in the king of Yehuda's house.
Mm-hmm.
For Zedekiah, king of Yehuda, shut him up, saying, "Wherefore do you prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahuwah, behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it.
Mm-hmm.
Zedekiah, king of Yehuda, shall not escape out of the hand of the Chaldeans,
Mm-hmm.
but surely shall be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
He shall speak with him mouth to mouth, and his eyes shall behold his eyes.
Listen.
He shall lead Zedekiah to Babylon, and there shall he be until I visit him, saith Yahuwah. Though you fight with the Chaldeans, you shall not prosper."
And Jeremiah said,
The word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying,
"Behold,
Hanamel, the son of Shalom, your uncle.
Yahu.
Your uncle.
I want you to remember this, Yahu.
Your uncle.
Yahu.
Your uncle.
Go
Shall
ahead.
come unto you, saying, Buy you my field.
Buy you my what?
My field.
That's where?
And Anathoth.
For the right.
Of redemption is yours to buy.
So Hamanil,
My uncle's son came to me in the court of the prison, according to the word of Yahuwah, and said unto me,
buy me.
Buy my field, I pray you, that is in Anathoth, which is in the country of Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
For the right of inheritance is yours, and the redemption yours.
Mm-hmm.
Buy for yourself. Then I knew that this was the word of Yahuwah.
And I bought the field.
Of Hanamel, my uncle's son, that was in Anathoth, and weighed him the money,
17.
shekels of silver,
I subscribed
the evidence and seals,
and took
witnesses,
and weighed.
the money in the balance.
So I took,
evidence of the purchase,
which was sealed.
according to the law and custom,
Mm.
and that which was open.
Pause. And I gave the evidence of the what?
Purchase of Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Messiah.
Now we're looking at this here because he bought this land. If you recall, in the Book of Kings, y'all know the deal. You know the hoe. You know the raggedy hoe. What you mean? She was a raggedy hoe. You know who that raggedy hoe name was? Jezebel. And you know her buster husband was? And you remember what they did? They took Naboth's land. But remember, right, this is what I mean when I show you the difference of the Commonwealth of Yasharal and everywhere else. You know, in any other civilization, the king just would have took his land. Ahab knew he couldn't do that. Let's take a look at it. 1 Kings 21. Because I want to stab it because that woman went on a long rant about a Proverbs 31 man. There's no such thing as a Proverbs 31 man. And even with what we like to quote unquote call a Proverbs 31 woman, it's just an honorable, godly woman. It's just really showing the interaction of a woman with her household and people outside her household. This forth is how she conducts herself. Because people have bastardized and generalized and sanitized, Proverbs 31 woman, Proverbs 31 woman. And like, this is just a God-fearing woman. This is how women who, shalom, Brother Marvin, who in the text, that's just how they behave. You know what I'm saying? Some of them you have more detail on it, but King Lemuel's mom. See, we really gonna get to verses 1 through 9 because she was talking greasy about verses 1 through 9. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't really know nothing about that. Once you get to who this virtuous woman is, it said this type of woman is rarer than rubies. That means the mass majority of women are not going to be that. The same way when Solomon said, I went through a search to find a righteous man, how many did he find? One. So that means it's not going to be a lot of them either. Shalom, Amuna. You have to be real about that. Righteous men and women will not be in abundance. We just were talking about this last night. The mass majority of people are going to be wicked. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm talking about wicked, I'm talking about faithless. I'm not even talking about conduct. We're not even getting into conduct. We're talking about faithless. The mass majority. Again, on Pentecost, all them people was out there. Only 3,000 people got baptized. It had to be clearly at least 500,000 people out there. This is a pilgrimage feast. Everybody coming up. You think everybody stayed in Jerusalem? Everybody in the Commonwealth of Yasharal that was able is coming to Jerusalem. Then you got people outside the Commonwealth and they coming. And only 3,000 people say, you know what? That's a compelling case you just gave. I think I'm going to get baptized in the name of the Lord. Rest of the people like, man, we going home. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. I don't believe that. Yeah, man. That's the reality of the situation. Come on with it, sir. Where we at? 1 Kings 21? Tell me what verse 1 says. Then I'll let you know if that's what we need.
And it came to pass after these things, Nabal the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in
That's
Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahab spake unto Nabal, saying, Give me your vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs,
Mm-hmm.
because it is near unto my house, and I will give you for it a better vineyard than it. Or if it seem good to you, I will.
You see what he had to do? He knew the just thing was he was either going to have to give him an equal or greater vineyard or some money for it. He couldn't take it. For him to take it, that's a sin. He can't infringe on this man's board. Go ahead.
If it seem good to you, I will give you the worth of it in money.
That's the same way when David said, hey, I'll give you some money for that. I can't take this for the service of God for free. I'll give you some money for that. See, a lot of people don't realize that because the dude, I forget his name, it's in Samuel. He was willing, Obed-Edom, when the Ark of the Covenant was in his house, he was willing to take this here. He said, no, I have to compensate you for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't take something to sacrifice to God and take it out of your hand for free. People don't realize. Most people are taking, give me that junk, nigga. It's all right. No, that's not how that goes. Go ahead. No, again, you talking about for the service of God. You can't do that. You're going to take somebody's stuff to sacrifice to God. That man say, and it's not about Obed-Edom because he didn't care. He wasn't seeking compensation. David understood what is the just thing to do. He could have took it, and it probably wouldn't have been no problem. It showed you the mind that David had. Go ahead.
And Nabal said to Ahab, Yahuwah forbidden me that I should give the inheritance of my father.
Give you my what?
The inheritance
of my fathers. Now go back and read Proverbs 22 and 28, then Proverbs 23 and 10.
So he that sow iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that have a bountiful eye shall be baruched, for he gave.
That don't sound like what we want. Let me see. Let me make sure this boy ain't going rogue. He been watching the X-Men. That's not Proverbs 22 and 28.
Hey.
No, I didn't. You just might have not heard that too. It was 3 of them.
Say, remove not the ancient landmark which your fathers have said.
You laughing at him. You know he's wrong, huh? She threw you under the bus. I think you ought to throw it on the bed when you get home. Read it again. Uh-oh. He's like that. Y'all nasty. Proverbs 22 and 28.
Say, remove not the ancient landmark which your fathers have said.
Now, remove not the what?
Ancient landmark which your fathers have said.
Now, go give me 23 and 10. Now, notice, right? He's not removing Ahab. No, he can't remove that. Now, remember what Ahab did when that went down. We finna read it, though. He went home and cried. Now, see, and I'm going to reference this early. Ahab is a buster. Because as a godly man, he shouldn't even been. Once Jezebel came with the land, he supposed to be like, how did you get this? No, I'm not taking that. That's what a just man would have did. I'm not taking that. But he went along with it because he really didn't care how she got it because he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And that shows you how wicked of a man that he was. Because I'm not even, we know he used to clown him for being soft, but I'm not even going to say that's selfish. It's really the selfishness of his own desires that he didn't care to investigate how she received it. He was just happy to have it because he coveted it. I can't even say he coveted it in a negative way because he went about it properly. And he did not exercise his authority in taking it. He just went in the room and wept. Now, she went the way that she went because her God is bald. They don't have that type of standard. Her mind is, you the king, nigga, you should have took it. I don't know how he dealt with it either. She killing all the prophets and all that type of stuff. But he didn't care about Yahuwah, so why would you do what you want to do? As long as you leave me alone. Go ahead.
Say, remove not the old landmark and enter not into the fields of the fatherless.
Enter not into the fields of the who?
The fatherless.
Don't tell them what the fatherless said, man.
That's Yathom, an orphan, fatherless, a bereaved person.
Now, you can be an orphan or you're bereaved. That means you're sad. Or somebody done died. But that's usually what happens when you get bereavement. You ever had bereavement, Tate? Hell no, you ain't keep a job long enough.
I did, but it was under deception though.
So you went and lied and told them people somebody died.
I did 2 days off.
Who you said died?
You put that on what,
I
man?
made up somebody. I think I said, I don't know, grandma or something. I don't know what I said.
Dang, boy, you tough. You done lied on grandma?
Ain't that for the paper?
Peace, brother Joseph, man.
Yeah, I know he did.
Indeed, Omar. You a hell of a nigga, man. You lied on auntie, man. You round here speaking death on grandma. She round here making green beans.
Now, grandma, yeah, but that one, she already out of there, so it don't matter anyway.
So you lying on a dead nigga.
Hey, look, you put a Terrence Williams.
So you round here, I put that on the dead homies, and they jumping out the grave like, stop lying on me. That boy, that hell, man. Where you were working at when you told this fabrication of reality?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember where I was working at.
Oh, that means you probably lying to us right now. Is that the case?
I saw UPS, huh?
Look at Monica. It was UPS. So you was privy to the lie. And how you felt about that when he told you that story?
I wanted to spend time with him.
Yeah.
Oh, he told that lie for you?
No.
But putting the pieces together.
I thought as an ex-manager, you would have been like, that's why I don't mess with you niggas now.
Put her head.
Monica looked like she used to call niggas, make sure they were sick when they called off sick. Let me see if this nigga in the bed. Like this here, let me see if it sound like what that is in the background. Don't sound like no, it sound like no heater. Sound like you at the mall. She do look like she'll call. Let me see if this nigga sick for real. Calling out, got me working this extra shift. Nah, you were calling to see if they were sick. You ain't care about them people.
Check that social media.
Yeah.
That nigga hell. She trying to see if he at the beach. That ain't even your place. Them ain't your burgers.
Top flight security.
Well, you treating them people stuff like that was yours. Them wasn't your water burgers. Them was not your buckets of chicken.
That's how she got to the top.
That's how she got to the top. I ain't mad at her. You ain't lying though.
Nigga did her job.
She did her job. We like her. They say when she had that baby, they were mad. She need to stay here. We ain't never lose no food when she was on the scene. Food cost stay level. She watching all them niggas. I seen you taking them patties out the back. Them niggas used to steal raw patties, didn't they? Shoot. I seen niggas steal raw chicken. My nigga taking potato wedges. Taking macaroni. So, Brother Herman, whatever they can get up out of there. I'm talking about stealing biscuits and all. Come on, man. 1 Kings 21, man. Verse 3.
And the boss said to Ahab, Yahuwah forbidden me that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto you.
And Ahab came into his house.
Heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him, for he had said, I will not give you the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread.
That boy went home and pouted. Oh, no, no dinner. Go ahead. That's crazy.
But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is your spirit so sad that you eat no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me your vineyard for money, or else if it please you, I will give you another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give you my vineyard.
Listen to her response.
And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, Do you now govern the kingdom of Yasharal?
See what she said? Do you not what?
Govern the kingdom
Tell
of
him what
Yasharal?
govern mean, man. Don't you rule?
Or do I need to get another
That's a
one?
song to do, fashion, accomplish.
Don't you rule? So listen what she told her. Arise and do what?
Eat bread and let your heart be merry.
I will what?
Give you the vineyard of Naboth.
Right there, he supposed to told her, sit her funky behind down. Yeah, he supposed to told her, sit her funky behind down. How you gonna? What you mean you gonna get me his vineyard? How you gonna do that? Go ahead.
So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles in the city dwelling with Nabal.
She wrote him the letters.
Saying,
Hold on, tell him what letters is. Since we were talking about letters last night.
That's
Sefer. Now, give him all the definitions. Sefer is the word for book, scroll, writing.
Document, writing, book.
What it is?
A document.
A what?
Writing, document.
So just because it's a document don't mean it's a script. Shalom, Brother Craig. Amen, man.
You've got legal documents, certificate of divorce, a deed of purchase.
A deed of purchase. That's the same thing we read it. And we still got to come back to Jeremiah 32 with this. That's the same thing you've seen. You see how that don't mean that's a letter? I mean that letters are scriptures, because I believe for scripture you're going to get a different word.
A letter of instruction.
A letter of instruction. Ain't that what the epistle letters was?
A written decree.
The word scripture only appears once and on the Hebrew side, and it appears in Aramaic. And that's kathab. Kaf, tau, and ba. That is a writing, a document, an edict, a register, an enrollment, a roll, a mode of writing, a letter, a document, a writing, a written edict of divine authority. A lot of times you'll see it used for writing. But yeah, that's the only time the word scripture used on the Hebrew side of things. Now you're gonna see it on the I think we talked about it last night. Graphe on the Greek side of things. What, you breaking stuff?
Yeah.
What you broke? Now you got to get out. Whose stuff you broke?
It's glass. I don't know what else. It looks like a bottle, a glass bottle.
And again, that's graphe. That's the script. So when you're dealing with scripture, man, this is something of divine inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Paul's letters are not considered scriptures because they're not set apart writings. They're not divine documents. Doesn't make his writings invalid. You know what I'm saying? It seems like when people hear that, I know why people hear that, because Paul's letters get attacked on a regular basis. But I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So you got to take that and do with it what you will. Go ahead.
And so she wrote in the letters in Ahab's name and sealed with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in the city dwelling with Nabal. She wrote in the letters saying, proclaim a fast, set Naboth on high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial.
Sons of who?
Sons of Belial.
Wicked men.
Before him to bear witness against him, saying, you did blaspheme Elohim and the king, and carry him out and stone him.
Which of course you know that's what they said that Mashiach did. No, that's not like a trust. They didn't have trust back then. That trust is a new thing in the earth, as far as the legal construct is concerned. Yeah, like legal trust. Yeah, they didn't have that. They didn't have that in antiquity. That yeah, that's a Western thing. Hold on, I give you some background information on that. So, trusts have existed since Roman times and have become one of the most important innovations in property law. Specific aspects of trust law vary in different jurisdictions. Some U.S. states are adapting the Uniform Trust Code to codify and harmonize the trust laws, but state-specific variations still remain. An owner placing property into a trust turns over part of the bundle of rights to the trustee, separating the property's legal ownership and control from its equitable ownership and benefits. This may be done for tax reasons or to control the property and its the benefits if the settlor is absent or incapacitated or deceased. One of the reasons why, Shalom Quran, man, one of the reasons why they didn't have trust in that time is because there were no property taxes. And secondly, no one could take your property irregardless of what was going on. Well, let me not say nobody couldn't take it, because obviously they could take it, because niggas is wicked. But it's the things that we concerned with now, that wasn't the framework of the Commonwealth of Yasharal, so they didn't have to to be concerned with that. You know what I'm saying? Once your people had a piece of property that was in your family that was given from the time they entered into the land, unless you fell into debt and sold it, or you just outright sold it, then it was in your family repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wrong. You know, the trust thing is I put it to you this way. Here's a complete definition of it. Trust, a legal relationship in which the owner of a property or any transferable right gives it to another to manage and use solely for the benefit of the designated person. In English common law, the party who entrusts the property is known as the settlor, and the party to whom it is entrusted to is known as the trustee. The party whose benefit the property is entrusted is known as the beneficiary, and the entrusted property is known as the corpus or trust property. A testamentary trust is an irrevocable trust established and funded pursuant to the terms of a deceased person's will. An intervious trust is a trust created during the settlor's life. The trustee is the legal owner of the assets held in trust on benefit of the trust and its beneficiaries. The beneficiaries are equitable owners of the trust property. Trustees have a fiduciary duty to manage the trust for the benefit of the equitable owners. So, I mean, they didn't have to sell it, they took it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother thing. The Israelites didn't buy land. Remember, he said, I'm giving you a land of which you did not plant vineyards in, dig wells, or build houses. The land of Yasharal was their inheritance, and then the land was divvied up by tribe according to said inheritance. So when you're reading that you can't take another person's inheritance or remove their landmark, because once that was inherited into their family line, that was theirs. So the aspect of having a trust, that didn't exist during that time period of history because it was unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Romans instituted that thing because of their desire to tax property, to tax the people for everything, and then take it if they didn't pay for it. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, we didn't need all of those things. If you got in debt and you sold it, you could get it back during the time of Jubilee. That's what I was leading to, focusing on Jeremiah's uncle, because he said the right of redemption was his, because the kinsman redeemer could redeem it if you had fell into debt and things of that nature. He already had that set up. Like trusts and LLCs and all that stuff, those are modern constructs. They didn't have corporate structure back then because there was no such thing. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't an S corp in antiquity. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't a limited liability company in antiquity. Shalom, Brother Ernest. It wasn't non-profits in antiquity. Such things didn't exist. Those things exist now in the construct of the United States system because of taxes.
They don't say if the bottom family got it back, right? If the villain died.
No, it doesn't say. You know what I'm saying? So all of those things are set up for tax purposes. When you're dealing with the kingdom of Yasharal, when Solomon was taxing them boys, it wasn't no trust or nothing they could come up with that was going to buck them taxes. Reason being is, if you owned a business and you sold cattle, nobody was taxing you. You didn't have to pay taxes on the sale. You didn't fill out income tax forms. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a new thing in the earth. Shoot, the income taxes, in the United States is only but from the early 1900s. That's a new thing in the earth. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing all that. They didn't have need for any of those things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, part of the quote unquote story of why the the U.S., the American Revolution, my apologies, was fought is because, they say no taxation without representation. He's from up there. He heard it his whole life. He probably seen the people ring the bell riding on Paul Revere. You know what I'm saying? The redcoats are coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they didn't have all that. So, yeah, there's that. Go ahead.
So in the men of his city, the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in the city did as Jezebel had sent unto them. And as is written in the letters which she had sent unto them, they proclaimed a fast and set the bar on high among the people. There came in 2 men, children of Belial.
We are taxed to death now, 10K. That ain't no lie. So here, man, you get taxed when you're born. You get taxed when you die. You get taxed on whatever you got when you leave here. Like before you could, unless you see, they didn't have case in point. If you died in Yasharal, man, it wasn't no tax, man. Your people just got your stuff. You left them an inheritance, and that's what it was. Unless you put your assets in a particular certain type of trust, we in 1 Kings 21:12. Unless you put your assets in a particular type of trust before you die, man, that stuff getting taxed. That junk got to go through probate. That junk got to go through probate. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Listen what I'm telling you, right? And I don't care what setup you got. I don't care what corporation you got. A corporation don't got nothing to do with no death tax. A LLC ain't got nothing to do with no death tax because you are not your LLC and you are not your corporation. A corporation is a fictitious entity. You can have a corporation and pay yourself a salary of $1. You know what I'm talking about? And if you die, you dying with $1. You know what I'm talking about? You're not dying with whatever assets the corporation has. You know what I'm saying? If you have personal assets, you have to put them in certain type of trust. But if you die, that junk going through probate. You know what I'm talking about? And I wouldn't give a damn who you was, what you thought, what you tell them people. The people gonna laugh your black behind right up out that courtroom and say, I'll holler at you. If you own a house and you die, you can have a will and it's still going through probate. You know what I'm saying? It's still going through probate. All it is with a will is they don't have to contest who get what. But even with a will, some people can still contest who get what. Because that junk going through probate. The only way you get around probate is if all your assets are in a certain type of trust before you die. That's it. Because if it's in a certain type of trust before you die, it goes straight to who you want it to go to, and they ain't got to pay no taxes on it. But get what? If you deed except with a certain amounts of money, if you leave it to somebody, you got to pay taxes on that. I don't know if you ever seen dudes when they be wholesaling and they find a house and they go through probate and they got multiple heirs and they got to get every heir to agree. Yeah, it can have 6, 7, 8 heirs, and you got to get, if one person say, nah, I ain't selling it, they can't sell it. Big difference. You got to track all these people down. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them be like, man, I don't give a damn about that house. Don't call me no more. But they got to get him to sign off, though. You know what I'm saying? And you could have had a will. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter. It's going through probate. You know what I'm saying? I think we ain't talked about it in a long time. But yeah, if you actually got something and you want your people to get it, you need to put it in a trust. That way they can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up now. Like if you had $500,000 in a trust, that junk go straight to him. If you had $500,000 and you died, that junk going through probate, that junk getting hit with that death tax. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that junk you be like, but I want, why y'all tax them? Don't worry about that. It's getting hit. It's getting hit. That's just how the game goes. Yeah, that's just how the game goes.
That's what the tax going to the city.
No, the tax go to federal government or the state that you live in. You know what I'm saying? But that's every state, man. Everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Get hit. They gonna tax it because if you don't have stuff set up, you literally have to go to probate court. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it had, because then what they do, what the purpose of probate court is, since Regina said it's 20% in Indiana. Sheesh. So if you had $1 million, boy, they taking 200 racks. You know what I'm saying?
Not too bad.
Shoot.
Like, not to use that.
You know what I'm saying? He says that the same idea as being given charge of a house in the Bible. No. A little different because they didn't have all those legal constructs. See, we got a whole bunch of legal constructs, which in reality is just a way to tax you. They will try to find a way to get as much money out of you as they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was being a little facetious about when they tax you when you're born, but they really do tax you when you're born because the medical bills is taxing you. They may not go to the government, but it's going to somebody. I think it's probably cheaper to have the baby at the birthing center than to go to the goddamn hospital because they trying to rape you. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't saying that to be like, yeah, go to the birthing center to have it at the house. I'm just saying, like, shoot. From what I've seen, look like you might, as far as money is concerned, I don't even think most insurance companies won't even cover you going to a birthing center at the house because they want you to go to the hospital. Because they in cahoots with them people. In bed, ain't that what the white folks say? They in bed together. What they in that bed doing? Ungodly things to the people. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to think what else was, man. Yeah, she put that in there because every state's different. You know what I'm saying? Jay said it's way cheaper to have babies at a birth. So now I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to pay for all the extra stuff that they trying to hit you for. What it was though, man. Oh, that's right. They push you to go through probate because that's the way to settle all your debts. You know what I'm talking about? That's why everything go through probate, because all your creditors have to put in a claim. You know what I'm talking about? And then whatever you got, they got to get theirs. That's really why everything go through probate. You know what I'm saying? But most people die, nigga, they ain't got nothing. So, like, that's why if somebody died, you'll get letters if they owe bread. Be like, hey, we heard such and such died. Yeah, I'm gonna throw your letter in the trash. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got it. Mm-hmm. He said as soon as your dad and mom apply for that, yeah, now that's a fact, but that's a whole nother conversation. He said they not screwing each other, they screwing you. Nah, they screwing each other and you. That's why they in bed together. We had to hunch each other first before we hunched you. But yeah, it's mainly for your debts, man. That's why everything goes through probate. It's for your debts. So all your creditors can find you. They be like, you hid from us in life, you won't hide from us in death. That's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? But you remember what the man said? The borrower is a servant to the lender. They say, you're going to serve me in death, nigga. I want my money. Come on.
Say they proclaimed a fast and set the bar on high among the people. There came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. The men of Belial witnessed against him, against Nabal, in the presence of the people, saying, Nabal did blaspheme Elohim and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones that he died.
Ain't that what they did to the Lord? Lied on him, said he blasphemed. Go ahead.
Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Nabal is stoned and is dead. And it came to pass when Jezebel heard that Nabal was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Nabal the Jezreelite, which he refused to give you for money, for Nabal is not alive, but dead.
That's a dirty game.
And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Nabal was dead, that Ahab
That's a dirty game right there in earnest. He say, ain't no running while you sleep.
Rose up to go down to the vineyard of Nabal the Jezreelite to take possession of it. And the word of Yahuwah came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Yasharal, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Nabal, where he is gone down to possess it. You shall speak unto him, saying, Thus saith Yahuwah, have you killed and also taken possession?
You killed and took it too?
And you shall speak unto him, saying, Thus saith Yahuwah, in this place where dogs lick the blood of Nabal.
Oh, that's good. That's when he tell you finna kill him. You know what I'm saying? But look at the key component, what he said. You're going to kill and take it? You're going to kill and take it? That's a dirty game. That's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? Come on back to Jeremiah 32. What you doing to that boy? All I remember is that boy couldn't hold his neck up. Now he come out here, grown man. The same thing with Benjamin. Look up, he crawling. What's going on? Where did the time go? Now, verse 7. Give me redemption by definition. I'll read the verse out loud. Behold, Hanamiel, the son of Shalom, your uncle shall come unto you, saying, Buy you my field that is in Antioch. What's that today? For the right of redemption is yours to buy. Go ahead and give me right of redemption. Redemption is
Gel law, that's kindred, redemption, right of redemption.
This is the same word in Hosea 13:14. The right of redemption. This is a kinsman redeemer.
And the right is mishpat.
This who?
Mishpat.
This is your judgment as a kinsman redeemer. Which one of them cheering he look like? That's one I couldn't. He just ain't got a bullet head like more. Come over here, big at 25. No, about the same time. About the same time, my G. You usually get 2:30, 3 o'clock pop off time. Somewhere in that vicinity. Now, it's definitely earlier than Friday night, though. That's for sure. I want you to read Leviticus 25 and 23 for me real quick, just to set the stage for that. But what's good with you though, Dave? Everything all right?
It say the land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine. For you, strangers and sojourners with me, and in all the land of your possession, you shall grant.
This is why one of the
redemption
reasons
for
why Yahuwah gonna tax these people and doing how he doing, because you can't play all these games with the land is mine. And people don't want to hear that. I created that. That's me.
Trying to take his hand.
He say y'all live with me. I don't live with you. You know what I'm saying? This is my house. That's why he could put y'all. Let's see where we want to pick this up at, man. 25 and 11, Leviticus.
A jubilee shall the 50th year be unto you. You shall not sow, neither shall reap that which grow of itself in it, nor gather in it of the vineyard undressed.
That ain't what we there for. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, back it up to 10. 10 is better. Matter of fact, make it 9. Since we talking about redemption, set the stage. We didn't talk about this stuff before. It's just a rehashing.
Then shall you cause the trumpet of the jubilee to sound on the 10th of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall you make the trumpet sound throughout all your land.
All your land.
You shall hallow the 50th year and proclaim liberty throughout all the land and to all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you. You shall return every man unto his possession.
Every man is unto his what?
His possession.
Tell him what possession is. Huh? This possession. We got to go to the possession arrow.
That's akuzah.
He
Possession,
knew about
property, land, possession by inheritance.
Possession by what?
Inheritance.
He got to give every man his what? His land back. I'm just establishing this from this woman saying a Proverbs 31 man was a rich man because she doesn't understand, ancient Eastern culture, specifically to the Commonwealth of Yasharal. Everybody had land. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in here would have had land if we was in the land. Your people would have had land that they would have left to you. That would have came from the first person who came out of Egypt and got that inheritance. That would have just been going down, unless somebody fell on hard times. But even with that, he made a way to make sure, okay, if you lost it for X amount of time, for you to be able to buy it back. So it would always be in your family. You know what I'm saying? He never wanted no family of the house of Yasharal to be without an inheritance. Let's take it a step further in the kingdom, if you would. Ezekiel 47. Tell me what verse 20 says.
The west side, also the great sea from the border till a man come over against Hamath. This is the west side. So shall you divide this land unto you according to the tribes of Yasharal.
So you do what?
Divide this land unto you according to the tribes of Yasharal.
And what else?
And it shall come to pass, you shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you.
You should divide it by what?
By lot.
By what?
By lot.
What else?
For an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall begat children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Yasharal. They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Yasharal.
So this man telling you that he gonna divvy up the land. Let me tell you something. Nobody gets to pick and choose what land they get. Oh, we finna read it right now. Come on back to Leviticus 25. You don't get to choose what, I want this. That's not how that works. You get the land he give you. You get the lot he give you. That's it. That's just how that works. There's no selection. There's no raffle. That's his decision alone. Go ahead. Where was it? Leviticus 25. Read me verse, where you was at, 11? Go ahead.
A jubilee shall the 50th year be unto you. You shall not sow, neither reap that which grow of itself in it, nor gather in it of the vineyard undressed. For it is the jubilee. It shall be kadash unto you.
That's good. We don't need that because he's talking about the fruits. Verse 17.
You shall not therefore oppress one another.
But you shall what?
Fear your Elohim, for I Yahuwah your Elohim.
Wherefore you shall do what?
My statutes and keep my judgments and do them. You shall dwell in the land in safety.
Drop down to verse 23. Read again.
The land shall not be sold.
The land shall not be what?
Sold forever.
Why?
For the land is mine. For you, strangers and sojourners with me.
And in all the land,
Of your possession,
you shall grant.
a redemption for the land.
You shall grant.
A redemption for the land.
See if redemption the same word we just seen in Jeremiah.
It is Geulah, kindred, redemption, right of redemption, price of redemption.
The price of redemption. I'm focused on something because we're dealing with how he's a master of a collection of learned men who are nails fastened. That's coming from one shepherd. This one shepherd has set the fact up to be able to grant redemption for the land. Now listen what he say in verse 24. If your brother
be waxing poor and have sold away of his possession,
and if any of his kin come
to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold.
If any man can come to do what? He redeemed what his brother have sold. Let's look at sold. Because why else would he sell his land? Because I'm broke. I need some money.
That's memkar, that's sell, aware, a thing sold.
So when you see Hanamiel, the uncle of Jeremiah, coming, that means his people sold that land, but Jeremiah had the right of a kinsman redeemer to buy it back. You know what I'm talking about? Let's look at what the other word is in here, man. Go on, tell them what kin is, man. Y'all know what poor is. We ain't got to mention that. Just your kinfolk? Y'all talk like that out there? Hell. I forgot.
Parole, that's near a place, a time, a personal relationship, kinship.
A personal relationship, a kinship. Now, look at the next verse he say. If a man, verse 26.
If a man have none to redeem
and
it,
himself
be able to redeem it,
then let him count the years of the sale
thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his
Tell him what overplus is, man. He got to restore to who?
The overplus. That's a daf, to remain over, to be in excess. Surplus.
You see, I believe Maycheer took something that wasn't allotted to him, and I believe you would be correct. Now listen what he say, right? What's the overplus again? That's the profit. You know what I'm saying? Of the sale, you got to restore that. This ain't even about no come up. It's even Steven, if you would. No swap, no swindle. Verse 28.
But if he be not able to restore to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession.
Notice he said he had to count the years of the stale and restore the overplus if it's before Jubilee. But if he's not able to do that, that man keep that land until Jubilee, and then when Jubilee come, he got to give it back. And again, the aspect of 7 years of wiping out debt and bankruptcy comes from the word. That's where they got that from. Now, of course, you know, they changed their bankruptcy laws. See, a lot of people clown Donald Trump. He filed for bankruptcy. So what? When you hear people clown Donald Trump for filing for bankruptcy, that tells me that this is a person who has never operated and ran a business ever in their life. Because I'm here to tell you, most people who run a business probably done went broke. Because at the end of the day, you know what ends up happening? You got to take on debt depending on what type of business you're running. And sometimes the money starts slowing up because I don't care what business you're running. There's going to come time coming where that money slow up. You know what I'm talking about? That thinking that you're just going to keep on eating every year. It's only a couple businesses that are like that. McDonald's. And even they have down years from what they project. You just seen Party City close its doors. You know why they closed their door? Because they filed for bankruptcy. I think they said they had $1 billion worth of debt. Now you ask yourself, how Party City got all that debt? Buying all them stores. And they can't pay that stuff back. Or you know these people take out loans to buy inventory. You think they just buying inventory with straight cash on it? They ain't spending their cash to pay for that inventory. And guess what? You niggas don't like the party. You don't like the party. Some of y'all used to like the party. You like the party. You know what I'm saying? Doris, you like the party? Used to go in there with your white friends and say, who's got the party? How you did that? You was partying with the white folks? She was doing cocaine. That's what it means to party. Yeah, that's why I said that. Once you said it, I knew you didn't know. So I did party. I said, oh, she don't know what that means. Yeah, you walk in the room, somebody talking about who likes to party. They got cocaine. They definitely ain't talking about let's dance. Oh, thank the Lord you got in the word, baby. Nigga would have gave you drugs.
I got a different dance.
No, sometimes you don't be knowing you get caught up in the mood. They play that Michael Jackson, you off the wall, you be like, dude, what you want to do? You know how the music do. He said, you know what I'm saying? That man said, let the music get inside you. Take control. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what that means, though. Somebody said they want you like to party. Somebody said you want to party, And they show you, I mean, party. Yeah, they want to do drugs with you. You like Ludacris and Runaway Love. Run away from the drugs. I don't think they use cocaine like that no more. I think these boys on some other stuff. That was your song, huh? You used to play it in the car? Ain't that old, nigga. You was a boy.
15 plus years.
That's about right. About 20. And you was in the car playing it, singing along, huh? You used to sing the hook loud too, didn't you?
I had on the iPod and shuffle.
I ain't gonna lie, I hated that song. I hated damn near all Ludacris songs outside of Move and you were finna say it, huh? That was cool. After that, it was pretty much downhill. Lying to me.
I'm first 2 albums.
Lying to me. Runaway Love, they just make you throw up in your mouth.
Trying to get it big, you know. Storytelling.
Mm-hmm. That's right up your alley. Lying on grandma. He just called it. No, he just called it. He said they been closed Walmart in New York. They said that was a big store, but they could. Oh, they ain't closed no Walmarts around here though. But I can see that there. I don't think White Plains a big city though. They closed any Walmarts here? No, they ain't closed no Walmarts here.
White Plains was on. They closed down here. You had to go to Jersey.
Gosh, so that was the only. Oh, that's saying something. If that's the only one in the tri-state area in New York area, and they closed it. Oh, no, you couldn't put no. I know full well now because that's going to take up a lot of blocks to put a Walmart in the city. I know nobody in the city wasn't, but they were like, oh hell no. You know what I'm talking about? They tried to put a Walmart on Jack's Beach, and the people said hell no. You know what I'm saying? So I know they're gonna do that in they were like, nah, put it on Staten Island. We bring it around here. Boy, if they would have had a doggone Walmart in the middle of New York City, boy, y'all niggas would have catch hell. Cause that Walmart on Lim Turner, boy, good Lord almighty. Look at he got memories. Oh no, you got certain, all jokes aside, you got certain neighborhoods. Like I said, now this is no joke, man. They wanted to put a Walmart on Jack's Beach. The white folks fought that. Yeah, they fought that. Yeah, they don't want no, man. People don't be wanting no Walmarts built nowhere, man. Now them people on Jack's Beach fought that Walmart, which is crazy because you had a Kmart. So yeah, it's a Target on Jack's Beach now. Been there. Look at this. It's a difference between Target and Walmart. Target upscale. Nigga, Target is Target. You ever seen the Target on mine? Ain't nothing upscale about Target.
Oh, Target is way.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
You see, it's not the same. They got an Ulta in Target.
I mean, I do go to Walmart.
Well, I ain't been to Walmart in years. They do got an Ulta in the Target on what's the name? On Roosevelt. Look how she looking. Everything.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Walmart. Walmart.
Creepy in Walmart.
Hey, all jokes aside though, you know that Target got it because they ain't in no hood.
You gotta drive on for
How it's getting sketchy. Oak Cliff ain't no hood. It ain't no sketchy. That Oak Cliff ain't no hood. It might be niggas in there. Cause it's a whole lot of niggas live over here.
They been fighting them streets that Walmart.
Nigga, we was at Muffin School the other day, nigga. I seen lace fronts everywhere. Yeah, a bunch of niggas over here. I definitely seen it. I've been the first time I went to Muffin School. I said, it's a lot of nigga churn go here. Ain't getting sketchy to say niggas renting over here. I am. That's right. Tell it more. There's a lot of niggas over here doing niggas activities. Hey, you got to know that nigga. The other house niggas around there having a shootout. That's what we were talking about the other day. See, Doris don't know. She's like, oh, this is a nice area. Ain't no nice areas in Jacksonville unless you over there where the white folks at. These niggas can shoot anywhere. They sell crack anywhere. They sell coochie anywhere. It don't matter where you at.
We can find out it was a raid when we went out in the apartments out there. It was a raid like the next 2 months. Someone would have no sad house and the next building over us.
My God, today. Oh, I think I know the story. I think I remember reading about that story. Man, stuff it go down anywhere, man. You like I told you, that the other house you ride over there. It's a nice neighborhood. You didn't see all them junkies at the top of Schindler. And they steady walking up and down Schindler too. That's what he told me. But that's what they do. They come out here because they figure you niggas slipping out here. Y'all think it's nice, leaving your doors unlocked and whatnot. That's what they come over here for. She talking about that's why she trying to move out of Euclid. That's what Kalisha say. Oh, she want to move out of Euclid. Now you want to be out there with them racist white folks.
I'd rather deal with that.
I'd rather deal with them. Can't nothing about no rebel flags.
It's about being comfortable with you.
Guess what? That's where they ride out there to Euclid too, pulling on nigga car doors. Niggas, you know what I'm talking about? Now you go out there, you got to deal with the meth heads, because that's what's out there. Man, that's Northeast Florida, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's Northeast Florida. No, that's what I was trying to tell you, Moon. Nobody can explain Jacksonville to you if you ain't from here till you get here. And see it for yourself.
Probably go to St. John. It might be all right.
Niggas still go out there to steal. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got to deal with no shooting and no blatant drug dealing. You know what I'm talking about? But they definitely coming to your house to steal, though. St. John County. You know what I'm saying? And then it depends on what end of St. John County in. Because if you in Old St. Augustine, you where the niggas at. He want to be on Phillips Highway. Knockatee.
Yeah, I was thinking about Knockatee. Yeah, we want
to be on Barge.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You got to take an hour. The car might break down. Trying to come. That's why you still trash.
You guys knock it.
No, I would tell. No, I'm trying to tell you, Jacksonville is not any city in America. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You not finna go nowhere in America and find a city like this. I know that might sound like it's hyperbolic, you know what I'm saying, or exaggeration, but I'm talking about as far as neighborhood makeup, landmass wise, everything that there is no city like this city whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna really understand it until you get here. And then you see it and you be like, oh, I thought the niggas was just capping. Like, nah, we weren't. You know what I'm saying? He said you in Kentucky and bikes now riding bicycles everywhere through the city, living on. Yeah, see, Jacksonville different cause like I was telling right, you on the west side. It's 6 different zip codes on the west side. You know what I'm saying? You got 05, you got 10. You could count 04 if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Around there where the farm at, if you felt like it, you know what I'm saying? But really, you got 05, you got 10, you got 21, you got 22, you got 44, you got 54. You know what I'm saying? I think I missed 2. All these neighborhoods is different. You know what I'm saying? And that's counting Orange Park. I didn't even count Orange Park because that's in Clay County. I ain't even counting it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't counting Middleburg. You know what I'm talking about? So when you in them areas, it's different. Like if you in Lackawanna, you know you in the hood. You know what I'm talking about? You in Paxton, you know you in the hood. But then you can bend some corners. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at houses that cost $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, but 2-3 blocks down, these niggas selling crack. Well, I ain't gonna say selling crack. They don't use crack no more. These niggas selling meth and mop.
What do you call it?
Avondale. Remember she talking about Murray Hill? Murray Hill niggas getting murked in Murray Hill. You know how many niggas got killed in Murray Hill? You know what I'm talking about? And then it depends on which end of Murray Hill you own. Man, it don't matter which end of Cass that you own that junk. Oh, it can go down.
This starts here to law.
Eureka just Eureka.
Yeah, that's Mary Hill too.
Well, that's where D from. She from Lakeshore. She from over there.
She's not from Eureka.
I didn't say Eureka. I'm talking about Lakeshore. No. She didn't move out there till she was a teenager. Yeah, she from Alcasset. She from Lakeshore. Not just saying it go down anywhere. Like you see where Muffin them stay at. You know what I'm talking about? Townsend is that there in the third, depending on where you go. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, where we was at, off Schindler, you come up the top of Schindler on 103rd, God only knows what you're going to see off 103rd. I did not say you was from Eureka, by the way. I said you was from Lake Shore. What you say, being from South Carolina, you agree, Jay? We in the league. And this is not saying like it's just a whole bunch of criminality. I'm really talking about the makeup of the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come here and you see certain neighborhoods, you gonna think this neighborhood is straight. This is a crime infested area. But you might be 2-3 blocks over in a whole nother zip code, and you in a quiet, what you would think is a middle class area. That's really what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And how the neighborhoods is set up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, McDuck, and run through Lackawanna and run through Fairfax and all that other type of stuff. Stockton and all that. And depending on which end of Stockton you own, you in the hood. Then depending on which end of Stockton you own, it's $1 million house over there. Like that's the weirdness of the city. You know what I'm saying? That you could literally be in a low income area and a 6 to 7 figure home be 5 minutes away from you.
And she was telling me she was on King Street and she got robbed. And I'm like, seriously, like that's where Lackawanna is. If you go continue going down King Street, you won't run right into the neighborhood. And she was like, I was just chilling in my car, and she was like, I had the windows down, and somebody like pointed a gun from her from the back and was like, give me all you got.
Yeah.
That was off King Street.
You could take
And I was like,
because she didn't know where she was at.
From the back window.
Because she didn't know where she was at. And she thought, oh, it's King Street, I'm straight. That's what niggas banking on. Don't let the palm trees in the what would Keanu offended about it? Don't let the nice weather and the palm trees fool you. He said Muffin was offended. Ain't nothing to be offended. Shoot, I lived in Arkansas all my life. You seen the nigga killed the nigga at the gate station up the street from y'all house. Nigga killed the nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That's what's that big head nigga name is, man? Locked up the rapper nigga. Queso killed the nigga at the damn gym over there where the public side. Man, that junk could go down anywhere, anytime. That's just the nature of the city. You can go down anywhere, anytime. You know what I'm talking about? Anywhere, anytime. And you thinking you chilling. I lived on the beach. You know how much crack we sold down there? You go down to the beach, you be like, ain't nothing going on over here. Boy, we getting it in. You understand me? I'm talking about every day. Yeah, man, different type of life. Different city, man. Different makeup. You know, that's what it is. Wasn't. I don't know what they doing now. We was living the dream, baby. Come on with it, sir. No, I mean she ain't gonna understand till you see it. You never understand till you see it. We from here, so we already know. Civic found out pretty quick.
Did a lot of Uber when I first got here. All over the place.
Yeah. It's different, man. It's just different.
Verse 29 is the biggest one.
Come on.
Say if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. A full year may he redeem it.
May he redeem it.
And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee.
Go ahead.
But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country.
They may be redeemed.
And they shall go out in the Jubilee. Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites, the house.
Notice what he said, right? If somebody bought an actual house, you can't buy that back if you don't get it back in the first year. That's his. But if it's a field like actual land, you could buy that back. So what is he telling you? You sell your house, you ain't got but 12 months to get that back. Can't buy that back. But raw land, you can buy that back. Go ahead.
So notwithstanding the cities of the Levites, the houses of the cities of their possession made the Levites redeem at any time.
Anytime.
And if a man purchased of the Levites in the house that was sold in the city of his possession, shall go out in the year of Jubilee.
Now, why you think that provision for the Levites that if they can buy their houses back, but you can't? Because the Levites ain't had no inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So if they got down bad, they can get their stuff back. Because Yahuwah is their inheritance. Y'all got the ability to do things that they can't do. Which is why most people look at it. Is you'll have some people speak on that. I heard a dude say this the other day about apostles will be poor. I won't necessarily go out and say that there, but 9 times out of 10, they probably not going to be wealthy though. Matter of fact, most people who probably preach the word period are probably not going to be rich men. You know what I'm saying? Usually just don't fall that way. I don't think we can read anywhere in this book where somebody who was a preacher of the word was a rich man. And if they did, they got it by ill God. That's why a lot of them boys was willing to judge for a reward and prophesy for hire. You know what I'm saying? Them boys like this here, you got what you need, but they wanted more. See, some people they just want more. Because that's what the lady was talking about God wanting you to be rich. But read Proverbs 23:1. Let him tell you this here. 23:7, I'm sorry. Then Psalm 62:10.
He said, for as he think in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to you, but his heart is not with you. The morsel which you have eaten.
Back it up. Just read verse 1. That ain't what I want.
When you sit to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you. Put a knife to your throat if you a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich. Cease from your own wisdom. There it is.
Labor not to be what?
Rich.
Cease from your own what?
Wisdom.
That's your stuff. Why?
Will you set your eyes upon that which is not?
You set your eyes upon that which is what?
Not.
Go ahead.
The riches certainly make themselves wings.
And do what?
And fly away as the eagle towards Shamayim.
My God, today. Psalm 62:10. That ain't to say that you ain't going to want better for yourself. That's for perspective, because he told you labor not to be rich. The Lord told you labor not for the meat that perish. He said, I just learned about prosperity gospel, full of snares and traps. Oh, yeah, I mean, the prosperity gospel can exist in the way that it exists because most people are greedy. Remember we read last night when he said about the scribes and the Pharisees, they were covetous. You know what I'm saying? Most people are greedy. He told you that in Ezekiel 33. He said, you know, with their mouth, they show much love, but their heart go after their covetousness, which is whatever it is that you lusting after. Some people lust after money. Some people lust after power. People lust after a multitude of different things. You know what I'm saying? But money is usually the one. You know what I'm saying? For most people. Brother told us the other day, what he say? He say that's what most people wrestle with is sex in general. But in reality, like I told him, every man know the plague of his own heart. You know, I know from being in the street talking to dude, when we was in the street talking to dude, I know sex is the thing that the most difficult thing because you've been doing it. And now somebody telling you stop if you're not married. I just heard a dude say it's a sin to be celibate. You can't read that nowhere. He told you be fruitful and multiply. He told Adam be fruitful and multiply. He didn't tell you to do that. You know why I laughed at that? Because he told Jeremiah not to marry no woman in that land. So guess what that means? If he told him not to marry nobody, this man's celibate, stupid. And Yahuwah told him not to marry nobody. So I guess Yahuwah telling him to sin by not being fruitful and multiplying because he told him don't take no wife. Breast thing? I'm talking about her. You told on yourself. Glory and Dory. Back at it again. You know what I'm saying? Doggone. Who else? I don't believe Daniel had a wife either. Yeah, Daniel didn't have a wife either. And I don't think them 3 young men had wives either. Because remember, they made them eunuchs to serve in the king's court. That don't mean that they physically castrated them. But people just be saying stuff. You know, some people are not going to be married. You know what I'm talking about? But see, this is the thing. If your life ain't dedicated to the service of Yahuwah and you ain't married, nigga, what the hell's wrong with you? You just can't say I ain't married and then you ain't dedicated to serving Yahuwah. You just married. Not go get you some vagina. Go get you some wee-wee. Go find you a spouse. Because you tripping. You just sitting at the house looking ugly.
Man.
Yeah, go get you a life partner, man. Go get somebody, get some ice cream with. Watch a television show with. Talk about why you watch this without me. Why is this on episode 4? We was on episode 2. That's you right there. Oh, that's Doris? Doris, you be coming in here. I thought we was on episode 6, but I see you on episode 9. That's what I'm talking about. You feel violated, huh? You're not supposed to do that? I wouldn't give a damn. No, I mean, look here. Man, I'll be holding her hostage. You know what I'm saying? Go on ahead and finish that on out. Might get some time we can watch it, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you already know what's gonna happen. I ain't mad at you. I don't even care because she's not gonna sit here and give me a play-by-play. Now Muffin gonna give you a play-by-play. You know what I'm talking about? But D's not gonna give a play. See, right here, he gonna kill her. She's not gonna do that. But Muffin is gonna tell the story. If she's seen it, she gonna tell the story. Because she asked questions about the story, ain't nobody seen it. We don't know what happened.
This is new.
Oh, so y'all can hang out good together. She said she do it too.
Before I watch it, but I'm still gonna be just as excited.
That's gonna be aggravating.
I'll read what happened.
No, it wouldn't, because I wouldn't be there to go through them 4 hours. Oh, hell no. I see why you watching the head. Ain't nobody finna sit there and watch that. They're trying to break it down. Huh, man? Hey, that's a good one, Quran. Quran say so the 144,000 are sinners because they not defiled with women. That's tight. You know what I'm saying? These people crazy, man. No, look at man. Everybody. See now, if you just say you don't want to be married just because you don't want to be married, I would say that 99.9% of the time you're probably socially awkward, relationship-wise awkward. You don't know how to navigate in an interpersonal relationship with the opposite gender, and you're using a multitude of other excuses to justify why you don't want to get married. Because if you're not 100% dedicated, not telling me you finna do that, but you was already doing that, and you were consumed with the service of Yahuwah, that a spouse is just not in the cards. That's not what, because that's what Jit said, but in the same breath, he said he wanted to knock something back. I said, yeah, go and get your wife, cuz. Yeah, I had to tell him, boy, that's another man's wife. What you got going on? What? He sounded like Big Greasy.
Yeah.
Ooh. She doing all that for? About another man's wife. Change himself. He soiled himself.
Hey, that's your neighbor's wife.
Like he on the yard or something.
Oh, shoot. He like he was doing this one here. The tap. No, seriously though, because some men and some women, like, their mind is, I'm finna serve Yahuwah. That's what we focus. This is really in my mind because we were talking to Jit about this, man. And Jit was really on some, I don't want to get married. But then when you went to talk about, you could tell he was horny. You need to go get you a wife, boy. You know what I'm saying? I know you beat your meat on Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. Because he was too excited. I forgot what it was. I mentioned Beyonce. That boy said, ooh, Beyonce. I said, hey, bro. Oh, ain't nobody, it ain't gonna be no 100 men at the hotel waiting on Beyonce. As soon as he heard her name, he said, ooh, Beyonce. I said, bro, that's another man's wife, bro. That's another man's wife, bro. That woman got a husband. What is you doing? He'd have said that, I'd have left him alone. Nigga, you was a pervert. Nah, but it's all seriousness though, because if you dedicated to the service of Yahuwah, I get that. But I say, man, you have a lot of people in modern day American society, they don't want to get married because they don't know how to interact with the opposite gender. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how to do it. So it's easier just to say that. You know what I'm talking about? Or you just not getting what you want. Most dudes be in the word say they don't want to get married, it's because they ain't getting the woman that they want. You know what I'm saying? The woman that they want don't want them. I don't need no woman. Man, I'ma just, yeah, I don't want to hear all that. That's why you got to get one of these women out the world. These Hebrew and nigga. Yeah, that's what they like to say. They turning them down. Dude told me that the other day, talking about if a woman who got kids from another man shouldn't have nothing to say about a man who in polygyny, if he want more than one wife, if he done took you. I'm like, well, if you niggas don't want women with kids, why y'all keep marrying? Being in this once a nigga leave with you, being in this captivity, he full of crap. When a nigga leave with we in captivity, that nigga is full of crap. You say, I say, bro, if that's not what you want, why are you taking it? Why are you wiping a woman up with 3-4 kids and then feel like she should worship the ground you walk on? Because you really want her to believe you did her a favor. No, she knows she got a sucker. The same way that woman got on there and said she married that dude because and he a buster because she had them 3 kids. She found a sucker. She already knew, I don't like this nigga, but he gonna take care of these bastard babies. I'm gonna like him today. That woman let this nigga climb up on top of her sweating. She don't like this nigga. No, I don't be liking that though, because why is you marrying a woman with 3-4 kids and then you talking that like she should just be worshiping you and doing backflips because you married her, but you ain't want to marry somebody with all these kids. And then you ain't told this woman that you want 3-4 wives. You should have just said that from the jump. But nigga, if you got a chick who got 4 kids from 4 niggas and she don't want you, what that say about you? Matter of fact, what that say about you if only thing you looking for is women with 3-4 kids? I mean, you can't get nobody, bro. So you hoping her self-esteem low enough to want to fool with you. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, man, these niggas crazy, man. Come on, sir. Joanne. What you say? Give her a tambourine. 62 and 10.
Say, trust not in oppression and become not vain in robbery.
If riches increase, what?
Set not your heart.
Man, if your money increase, don't set your lab on that. Don't set your inward man on that. People don't want to hear that, Sylvie. That's tight, ain't it? Let's go back to Proverbs 31. I'll come back to Jeremiah 32. We're an hour and a half in. I need to get into that. I just wanted y'all to understand how land rights work word-wise and how we would be able to do that, say, if we were in this particular... I think I talked about that during Passover. Like, if we bought land, it wouldn't matter if I bought the land. You know what I'm saying? Let's just take the group out of the play, because obviously if the group bought it, it should be... I could buy 1,000 acres right now. If you come out there and say, hey, I'm going to live out here, whatever the case may be, whatever plot of land you get, that's supposed to be yours to be passed down. If you niggas law keepers like you say you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't be on some, this is my land. If it's your land, then why you invited all these people to come live out here and build houses on it just to turn around later and take it from them? And you think that's just before God? You're a wicked bastard. You know what I'm saying? If you brought them people out there and say, nah, brother, get you 20 acres. That's his 20 acres then.
And then you got people come out there saying flee Babylon.
Yeah. Then you bring the people out there, then when they piss you off, you kicking them out. Keeping the land in the house. That's oppression. Yeah, that's wicked as hell, man. Nah, keep your 20 acres, nigga. I wouldn't care if I don't even fool with you. Stay over there in your 20 acres. Don't come by my house, because you come by my house, you might get shot. Yeah, that's it. Keep it. Give it to your sons. That's what we was out here for. You can't change the intent on what it was out here for just in case you niggas fell out. Because niggas might fall out. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's how. But see, dudes get around that because this not your land. Meaning God didn't say, here, Johnny, take these 40 acres over here. These yours. You know what I'm talking about? That's not what's happening. It's dudes getting everybody to put their bread together and buy some land, but then he control the land in that trust, and then he boot you niggas off of there when you don't do what he say to do. Or it's a person, he own all the land, and you basically just a guest out there. And when he say he wants you to go, you got to go. Yeah, it is. It is. Definitely, Joseph. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand how that works. I'm just talking about the aspect if you're going to do that and the just way to do it, because if you don't want to do it the just way, then don't invite people on your land. And that's it. Because most brothers who got land, them dudes actually own that land. Now, it's a brother outside of Atlanta. That man got a whole lot of land. You know what I'm saying? And what he was requiring people to do that, if you was going to stay out there, you would have to help build on it. But you know, ain't nobody trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, that's not how they doing it out here. That's not how they doing it out here, man. They kicking niggas off of there and you ain't keeping nothing. You know what I'm saying? These niggas leaving empty-handed. These people selling everything they got. You know what I'm talking about? Giving it to these people. They building on these spots. And when they get booted out the congregation, they get booted off the land and the house. And go back to wherever the hell they came from with nothing. You know what I'm talking about? That's what's actually happening out here. Now, bro in Georgia not doing people like that. I will say that. Bro not doing people like that. But he has requirements that they have to do work on the land. You know what I'm saying? Like, help build this, help build that. And you know, niggas, I'll come out here when it's built. That's how most people is. I'll come out here when it's built. That's what my homeboy facing in that land in North Carolina. People, you know what I'm saying? I mean, on top of most people ain't got no money. But he did tell me about these center people who wanted to raise some money for some land. And he said, man, them people raised $70,000 in an hour. Shalom, Sister Kelly. I say, but it's easier because people in the word don't want to give their money up unless it's to a false prophet. They'll give a false prophet some money in the heart. Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, Benny Hinn. Well, Benny Hinn ain't taking people money no more. Yeah, you know Joel Osteen. I'm thinking about old Kenneth Copeland and Joyce Meyer and Jesse Duplantis and people of that ilk. People love to get their money to them. They love to get their money to them. Come on, sir.
Say the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, what my son, and what the son of my womb, what the son of my vows. Give not your strength unto woman.
Hold on. He said the son of my womb, the son of my what else?
Son of my vows.
What y'all think that means? Let's slow down. We can't run past that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, most people don't want to support nothing that's actually of people of reputable reputation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I didn't mention the ones that ain't big, because I don't know how much money they getting. And I only say that because I don't be wanting people to have the misnomer that every preacher getting money, because I would say 95% of them ain't. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a small amount of churches, and when I say that, meaning in juxtaposition to the total amount of churches that's carrying the weight for all the money that the churches are generating. Yeah, he is. He is. Only because of the church that he at, not because of him. Because that was Eddie Long's church. It's just like in college athletics. Like, college football and basketball brings in the majority of all the money at most of these universities that help support the other colleges, the other sports at the colleges that don't make money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to tell you, men and women's volleyball at no university is bringing in any money. Very few men or women's track and field teams are bringing in any money. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the university, there ain't too many baseball teams bringing in any money. But I can tell you right now, at Florida State University, that football team taking care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the University of Florida, that basketball and that football team taking care of everybody. Now, you go to North Carolina, the basketball team might be pulling more weight than the football team. But if you go to Alabama, University of Alabama football, well, that's anchoring the whole school. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I already know. We had that conversation, Mother Sharon. Because I already know most churches are poor. I know that's just the stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Most churches ain't bringing money in like that, because if you're dealing with smaller churches, how you going to have that type of money? You ain't got the people to generate that type of money. You know what I'm saying? The money that's being generated is the mega churches and things of that nature. Because most churches don't have 100 members. Most churches don't have thousands of members. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that when you in the hood and you look at all them churches. You think a lot of niggas fitting in there? Be 3 niggas in there. The pastor, his wife, and the organ player. And his wife don't want to be there. Come on, man. Nah, but all jokes aside, you just usually not going. Most of them ain't getting money like that. Remember that one church where that was on over there on what they call it on McDuff? That's McDuff or Beaver Street. That's all. You can look at them tickets and tell they wasn't getting no money. They just in there. Most of them, contrary to probably most Christian people, go to church every day. Go to church every week, man, because they really like, hey, this is what we supposed to be doing. What they can give, they give. But shoot, they pastor going to work. You know what I'm saying? He ain't around here around here driving a Cadillac while niggas catching the bus to see him. You know, just a stereotype, man. The reality, nah. Look at all these churches in Jacksonville and how many pastors here that anybody really know that they really get some money. Even First Baptists don't get money no more. They had to sell all the property they had. Yeah, they had to sell all of it because people stopped coming. You know why the people stopped coming? Because of the pastors that they like died. And the people who replaced them, they ain't like it. People stopped coming. Come on.
Say, give not your strength on the woman.
No, back it up now. Y'all ain't even deal with the son of my womb. Ain't nobody answered that. I was be trying to buy y'all some time. He said, what, my son? Tell him what the womb is. I know y'all know what it is. You know, vows is votive offering. But I want you to look at, when you look at son, it's not Ben, it's bar.
The womb is pretend, belly, womb, body.
Now you know what bar is? He say, what, my heir?
Say figuratively of the depths of Sheol.
So what, my son? What, my heir? What, the son of my voluntary offering? We're going to come back to that. Come on with verse 3. Give not your strength to who?
Unto women.
You bet not. Why?
Nor your ways to that which destroy kings.
Man, you're a damn fool. You keep giving your wealth to women, man. Because that was there. It's Kyle. Your strength, your wealth. You ain't supposed to be giving all that to no woman. But guess what she told you? Proverbs 31, man, he a rich man. Man, the book tell you, man, you spend all your substance so hard that you're going to be broke. That man ain't never taught you to be no trick. You know what I'm talking about? And you shouldn't be letting no woman pick up no Bible and convince you to be one. Because God don't trick. So what you tricking for? That don't even make common sense. We be in the room, man, these dudes be getting mad because dudes be telling them, because they really be tricks. Because he was like, if you take a woman on a date with the explicit purpose of hoping to have sex with her, you're a trick. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take her nowhere other than you hope if I took her over here to such and such, and I took her over here to do this here, she'll give me some coochie. You a trick. Because if you taking this woman out just because I'm going here, I want your company, I don't care if I get some coochie or not. You ain't tricking. Because I was going to come out here anyway. I just like to hang out with you. But if you're like, I'm going to take her to Capitol Grill. Yeah, she'll give me some coochie then. You a trick. You might have well had just offered her the 300. You should have just offered it to her because that's what you were trying to do. You're going in a roundabout way to buy some vagina. You a trick. Yeah, you put the money on the dresser. That's what because you know how everybody like to say that dating is tricking. Yeah, dating is tricking. If you date, you tricking. Because that means you did that with the explicit. Nigga say, I had a woman tell me and a man, how you gonna get to know somebody if you don't take them out on a date? If you taking a nigga out on a date to get to know them, I know that you're an idiot. Because you know how you really get to know somebody? In life, nigga. I'm talking about in actual life. Like I'm actually have to experience life with you to get to know you. How the hell am I getting to know you over a plate of food? Come on, man. We too goddamn grown to be going for that. Man, look at man, you don't really know nobody till they go through adversity. You ain't learning that at no dinner. You ain't gonna get to know nobody till you hear them till you see them deal with this or deal with that or whatever the case may be. You ain't getting to know nobody over no plate. How the hell you get to know somebody at miniature golf? How you get to know somebody at a museum? How How you get to know somebody at a movie? Nigga, this is a leisure activity. The only way you're going to get to know them is to actually be around them, spend time with them, and experience life. That is the only way. And if you think getting to know somebody is taking them out on a date, you a trick and an idiot. And you're mentally and emotionally stunted. And I don't trust your judgment in life, period. I'm dead serious. I always thought like that. How you going to get, you don't want to get to know me, so I need to get to know you at a dinner? How many dinners y'all went to with people you didn't know? Did you get to know them there? You had to see him again, didn't you? And again, the next thing you knew him for 3-4 years. Yeah, that's my dog, man. He this. Don't know about no goddamn dinner. She there because she hungry and you took her. I ain't mad at her. I'd have went too. You know why? Because you want her. You telling her you're so beautiful to me, I will spend $60 to buy you something to eat to convince you to like me. I wish I would. My mama rolled in her grave 5 times. Because that's not how you get to know people. I say that because that's how you end up ending up with a wet behind and a dry pocket with a nigga you ain't had no business laying with. That's how you end up having a baby from a scallywag. Because you didn't know this person. And you were steady trying to run to do leisure activities thinking you know them. Nigga, this ain't high school. You grown. That's kiddie stuff, man. As a grown adult, you shouldn't even be thinking like that. Because you know how I want to know how this woman is? I need to see her in real life. I need to see how she handled life. I need to see how he handled life. You gonna get you meet friends and you want to get to know them over dinner? How you say that you get to know a nigga at a football game? Yeah, you can say that's your friend and you as men look at it, but you don't really know this nigga. Meaning you don't know how he gonna handle life when it comes. You could be hanging with a dude to sleep with your wife, his wife, and the next person's wife. You know what I'm saying? You don't know this dude. Yeah, people crazy. And then ask her to split the bill and see adversity then. That boy, that wow. she ain't never come around here with you. That's why I be tripping and women be like, ain't no man finna take me. This man told me he would take me on a date to Chili's. Shoot, you should be letting a nigga want to take you anywhere. Like this here. And I'm only saying that because societally, all jokes aside, that's how we condition that this is what you're supposed to do. You see a woman, I like her. Let me take you out on a date. You know what I'm talking about? And they've convinced you that that's how you get to know somebody. But you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get to know you in the biblical sense. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to know what that booty do. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's trying to know. And you falling for it. Girl, he took me out to here and here. I think I'm going to give him some. You mismanaging your vagina.
You raise the bar a little higher.
What that boy Tico B said, it sounds like you got he said good coochie management, but you got poor life management. He said, what I'm talking about? That boy said you got poor life management. Yeah, man, you can't be living your life like that, man. No, that ain't how you get to know nobody, man. That's how you get duped. Somebody will give you their best representative. You taking them out every week.
They're working on their acting skills.
Yeah, and you doing all that for pre-owned vagina. That's crazy. That's not even fresh off the lot. Somebody done drove that car. They done did unspeakable things with this woman before. Unspeakable. They say we won't dare to say the dirty words. I won't dare speak her name. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that nigga done did some months. You don't know what that nigga into. Now you done met this nigga. He wants you to do all this type of stuff with his legs in there. You wonder how he got there. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't even thought about that. No, he just a little nasty. A little. He more than a little nasty. That nigga a pervert. Come on, man. Now I'm saying that because, man, that's what leads to whoredom. That will lead to whoredom.
Say, not for kings, O Lemuel, not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink.
Lest they drink.
And forget the law.
Lest they drink.
And forget the law.
And what else?
Pervert the judgment of any of the
Pause. Matthew 26 and 25. You over there sold my baby.
Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, You have said. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and Baruch and brake and gave to the disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
Go ahead.
And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave to them, saying, Drink you all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission
Listen
of
what he
sins.
say.
But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Abba's kingdom.
Say, I won't do what?
Drink it with you.
See why he say, lest they drink the law, lest they drink and forget the law and do what? Pervert the judgment of the who? Go back to Isaiah 29 and look at what he said about them dudes over there, man. Verse 1, about them boys drinking, vomiting on the law. Ain't that what he told them? Filthy tables. Then you know a priest can't, high priest can't go in the inner sanctum sipping on no wine. He gonna forget the law. That's why she say it ain't good for, hold on. In the book of Revelation, did it say by the blood of the Lamb, he made you what? Kings and priests. So if you a king through a Mashiach, man, it ain't good for a king to be around here getting drunk. You're going to forget the law. You're going to pervert judgment of the afflicted. Put that goddamn liquor down, boy. Get you some water. You know what I'm saying? That's why your kid is bad now. That's why your skin blotchy. You're always drinking. Go ahead.
Say, woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add you year to year. Let them kill sacrifices. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow. And it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will encamp against you round about, and I will lay siege against you with a mount.
Come on.
And I will raise forts against you. You shall be brought down, and shall speak out of the ground. And your speech shall be low out of the dust. And your voice shall be as one that have a familiar spirit out of the ground. And your speech shall whisper out of the dust.
Come on.
Moreover, the
Oh, he said your speech will whisper where?
out of the dust.
My God, today.
Moreover, the multitude of your strangers shall be like small dust, the multitude of the terrible ones as chaff that pass away. Yea, it shall be at an instant, suddenly. You shall be visited of Yahuwah of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes.
Now he's talking about Jerusalem specifically.
And great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
Mm-hmm.
And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision.
Mm-hmm.
It shall even be as when a hungry dream, and behold, he eat, but he awake, and his soul is empty.
Come on.
Whereas when a thirsty man dream, and behold, he drink, but he awake, and behold, he is faint, and his soul have appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry you out.
Pause. We read too much. It's 28 actually. That's my bad. 28 and 7. It was a chapter one chapter over too far. 28 and 7 where we want. I'm like, I still ain't heard what I want.
But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink.
Air through what?
Wine and strong drink.
What else?
And are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink.
They air through what?
Strong drink.
Then she just tell you if you drink strong drink, you're gonna do what? Forget the law. You're gonna pervert judgment. You already took the strong drink when you sip the cup. You ain't gotta sip it no more. But he gonna come back and tell you. She gonna come back and tell you when you ought to drink. But come on, listen.
They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They
Err in
stumble
what?
in judgment. They err in vision.
And what else?
Stumble in judgment. For all the tables are full of vomit.
Vomit.
No place clean.
No place clean. So Paul, when you sit back and you looking at this, right? She's advising him, because remember what we just read the Lord say, he won't drink that cup till when? He drinking new with you in his Father's kingdom. When he drinking new, ain't gonna be no law there, because everybody will be what? Sons of God. Won't be no sinners. So come on back and read me 31:4 one more time in the book of Proverbs. Because she talking about this, the Proverbs 31 playbook. Baby, you don't even know what that means, baby. You think this just means not to drink. You gonna skip over, forget the law. But guess what? That type of woman would tell you. We ain't gotta keep no law. Ain't that what she'll say? Mr. Mashiach died so I could see him. That's stupid. Yeah. That's definitely alcohol. Yes, ma'am. Because that was alcohol they drunk for the quote unquote Last Supper. Yeah, that was. I don't know why they call that the Last Supper when he ate after he resurrected. So clearly that wasn't his Last Supper. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation.
And not for kings old mule, not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted.
Paul, her main point was if you're a ruler. Because if you're a ruler, you have to exercise justice and judgment and equity. You can't do that and you're drunk all the time. You do that, you're gonna forget word, and you're not gonna judge properly. Go ahead, sis.
So give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Pause. Give strong drink to who?
To him that is ready to perish.
Ain't that's what they did with the Lord? Tell them what perish means. See, that's what I mean with people good stuff. People be hoping you don't go read the word and know what it say. Because see, if she talking about being a Proverbs 31 man, then you would be a son of God. And I'm here to tell you, I'd put money on the mass majority of women in the United States of America do not want to be married to a son of God. Because the life that they would want to lead, they're not going to be able to live it and be with him. They're not going to be able to do that.
That's all God, to perish, vanish, to go straight.
To die. To die. That's the same word that when you see the lost tribes, it's not lost like we can't find them. It's lost in that they're destroyed. They're dead. You know what I'm saying? So he said, give strong drink unto him that is what?
Ready to perish.
And wine.
And to those that be of heavy
Wasn't
heart.
he exceedingly sorrowful even unto death? You know what I'm talking about? Now go on, give me the Ecclesiastes 9, man. Y'all know what the verse is. What it is, 4? 904. You know about that? I need to switch the area code, nigga. You too. Oh, all out of town, nigga. Ain't no more 904s. Y'all ain't even real Duval kind of niggas.
That's what this one is for.
You got a 904? Oh, you good. Civic good. What's your excuse? Is it 904? Well, you good then.
You must have to take it back.
You've been living here a long time to be talking about 718 it.
347.
That's who? Oh, so it's the white folk New York. It ain't the real New York. Yeah, we over here. It ain't the real New York. Talking about the new New York. Only young niggas will say that because everybody from New York like I hate this New York, but you love it, huh? White folks and sissies everywhere. Got a lot of who?
I don't see a lot of games. He said, you don't be where they at.
What trannies? Well, see, that's because you don't frequent the places where these young weird people at.
No, where the fact that is in what is that, Greenwich Village?
Yeah, you know that's where they at.
Yeah, Greenwich Village.
Anywhere in Manhattan, just there. All you got to do is watch enough TV. You see them faggots everywhere. Yeah, you call them out. They don't hide it because that's where you see all the liberal people at. They don't talk about nothing liberal. Anytime you see something in New York City and they talking about liberal, they in Manhattan. They ain't never in Brooklyn. They ain't never in Queens. It's just Manhattan. Yeah. And they got a gay pride parade.
Oh yeah, that's all over. That's like.
Man, I seen one in the parade had a Puerto Rican nigga with a sock on his loins. I threw up. This nigga had on that nigga had on man, they put these niggas on TV. This nigga brown here bouncing around with a bikini on with a sock on his loins. I said, my God, today it's children out here. They don't even care. Man, I ain't gonna lie. If I went outside and seen one of them punks converting down the street, you know what I'm talking about? Gyrating his loins, and my son out there, that nigga got to square up. I'm going. I'm telling him, I know y'all gonna charge me with a hate crime, but we got to come on. I got something for him. Ain't no squabbling because we not grabbing. You got to swing. He don't want to grab. Man, most of them punks, you hit them hard enough, they're gonna be like this here. You said they want you. Left hook, right hook, uppercut. What type of penis you got? Woo! The Moon said they over there on 161st by Yankee Stadium. Punk. Now, I thought them niggas in the Bronx. I didn't think them niggas were punking in the Bronx. How you know? No, I'm just messing with you. Hey, look at everybody gonna know where that's at. You got to do is live there. You gonna see them. You know what I'm talking about? Just like niggas here know the Trent is be on Davis Street. You ain't got to hang out over there. You just got to ride by there one time and get some gas like a damn fool, or leaving from the hospital. You know what I'm talking about? And you be like, what is that? Just keep on driving. What type of world we live in? Oh God, yeah. Boy, when you open up when you open up, what's the thing called, man? The Victims Advocate, and they had that shame in there, and you see all them he-men niggas in there, and you be like, boy, niggas out there tricking with these dudes. All these dudes getting caught. And they know, and you know in certain areas of you from the city, like ain't nothing but men out there, cuz why you over there? Cause you gay. Why you why are you gay? I ain't gonna lie, man. When I came home from prison, man, in 2009, I wasn't even gone that long. I was just shocked at all the studs and homosexuals that I saw. I was amazed. I was like, what happened? I wasn't gone for 4.5 years. A lot has changed. I would throw it, boy. I'm talking about, I got down there to that bus station, I ain't seen nothing but sodomites and bulldaggers. I said, what in the world is going on here? Not even from a word standpoint, because you only knew a handful of people who live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wasn't open. I'm from the 90s, man. We only knew a couple people. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just seeing them out here frolicking. You know what I'm saying? That jumped through me. I wasn't ready. And after that, I was like, hey, I guess it's the way of the world. Yeah, what it is. Come on, sir.
Say for to him.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 4.
Say for to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope.
Okay, that don't sound like what I want. Give me verse 7 or 8.
Say, go your way, eat your bread with joy.
There it is.
Drink your wine with a merry heart.
Go your way and do what?
Drink your wine.
Drink your who?
Drink your wine with
and eat your bread with what?
Joy.
Why?
Elohim now accept your works.
He accept your what?
Your works.
You got to understand, son. He say, give strong drink to them that are ready to perish, and wine to them who are of a heavy heart. See, Mashiach was of a heavy heart. He was ready to perish. Give him the wine. That's why you can't drink that cup unworthily, because you supposed to understand when you drink it, you ready to perish. You have heavy heart. Why? Because come unto ye, all ye that are laden, and I'll give you rest. When you go to drink that cup on Passover, man, you saying, hey, man, I'm ready to die. Like he said, man, he died under sin how many times, Civic? And live under God now, right? That's why I say if you drink that cup unworthy, you worthy of death, because you weren't ready to perish, but you drunk it anyway. You drunk it premature. You didn't even drink it premature. You shouldn't have been around there. You know what I'm saying? Read it for one more time for me, Sid.
Go your way, eat your bread with joy, drink your wine with a merry heart. For Elohim now accept your works.
Go ahead.
Let your garments be always white.
Always white.
And let your head lack no ointment.
Don't be lacking no Ruach HaKodesh.
Live joyfully with the wife whom you love.
That's good, man. And he lived joyfully with his wife. Now come back and look at what he said in verse 8 that this man is supposed to do. Notice that none of these things that this man is supposed to do have anything to do with wealth. Nothing.
Say, open your mouth for the dumb.
Open your mouth for the who?
For the dumb.
And such as
are appointed to destruction.
Now what he told you, love cover a what? He said he that turned the sinner from his way cover up what? A multitude of sins. So you supposed to tell him what dumb is. It ain't dumb like you stupid. Because some people dumb, stupid, and ignorant. That's a triple double. How you pull that out?
This is a mute, silent, dumb, unable to speak.
So he said, open your mouth for those who can't talk. Be the voice of the voiceless, is what he's telling. And for all those that are appointed to what?
Destruction.
So this means to save everybody who in the destruction that sin causes. This speaking of one man in particular. But get me the epistle of James chapter 5, man, verse 16. It's okay. They ain't gonna do nothing to you. We got the wrong people. That's right, Quran. Set the captives free.
It say, confess faults one to another, pray one for another, that you may be healed.
That you might be what?
Healed.
Might be what?
Healed.
Okay.
The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Go ahead.
Elijah was a man subject to like passions as we are.
He was subject to what?
Like passions as we are.
He was subject to what?
Like passions
I'm
as
only
we are.
focusing on that because why? Elijah ain't no better than you. If you had the same measure of faith that Elijah had and the same level of obedience that Elijah had, and you pray earnestly and you know that Yahuwah is able to do, why wouldn't he listen to you? Meaning, why wouldn't he hear your voice? What make Elijah different than you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He ain't got no more power than you. He ain't got no more righteousness than you. The only thing he would have on you is that he believed and you don't. And he obeyed and you don't. Outside of that, ain't no, because you know Bruce like to make it seem like everybody else is here and you can never, that man never told you that. That man never told you that. Never told you that. You don't get the results you want from him is based off your service to him. That's between you and him. Really, that's between you and you. Because can't nobody remedy that but you. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can express what may be hindering you, and someone can help strengthen you and assist you. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, is this what you want? Is this what you desire? And most importantly, do you believe that he is able to do this? You recall many times the Lord stepped to somebody, they asked him to heal him, and he said, do you believe that I'm able to do this? If you don't believe that he's able to do it, then he's not going to do it. How many of y'all would do something for somebody who don't believe you could do it? And they're telling you, no, I don't think you can do that. You're going to waste your time and do it for them anyway? Most niggas will. You know why? Because you want to prove them wrong. The difference with the Lord is, I ain't finna prove nothing to you. You know what he told you? A double-minded man don't expect nothing from him. That's what the Apostle James told you. If you, he say, ask in faith with nothing wavering, because he who doubt will get nothing from this man. That's what he said. So if you doubt him, that means you don't believe. And if you don't believe that I can do what I told you I can do, why would I do it for you? You know why we think he'll do that? Because you doubt a lot of human beings and express it, and they do it anyway, so you think God will too, and he won't. He won't. He won't. This is just not how he operates. You don't have to like it, but that's just not how he operates. Go ahead. It sounds like she had the boo-boo.
Sit down, bro.
And she was almost missed the toilet.
Said Elijah was a man.
You laughing? That must have been you the other day. You was running to the you make it to the toilet. Stomach.
Jesus felt like a whole lady.
Dang, Lord, they trying to call you a mother before your time. You got about another 30 years before you get to that point. You ain't never gonna make it. She could be 75. She ain't gonna be no mother. Nobody like no Doris. Go ahead.
We say Elijah was a man subject to like passion as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain. And it rained not on earth by the space of 3.5 years. He prayed again, and the Elohim gave rain, and the earth brought forth her fruit. Brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know that he which convert the sinner from the error of his way shall save a soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins.
That's why you got to open your mouth as such as appointed to destruction. You don't preach the gospel to him and give him the opportunity. Come on to verse 9. Look at what else he say.
Open your mouth, judge righteously, plead the cause of the poor and needy.
Does this sound like anything got to do with him getting some money? But that's what she said. She said you need to read that. It looked like if you read that to become a Proverbs 31 man, sound like you'd be like a son of God to me. It sounds like you'd be Jeremiah 9:24 to do justice, to do judgment, righteousness, and loving kindness. These are the things that I delight. But let's come back to Jeremiah and that purchase. You ever purchased a field before, Sid? Me neither. We're finna read about it right now. Now I want to come back to this because this is something we didn't talk about before. I want you to read verse 8. It's been a little while since we had this conversation. And what we want to talk about is the evidence of the purchase. Jeremiah 32:8.
So Hanamiel, my uncle's son, came to me in the court of the prison according to the word of Yahuwah and said unto me,
By my field.
I pray you that is in Anathoth, which is in the country of Benjamin, for the right of inheritance is yours, and the redemption yours. buy for yourself, then I knew that this was the word of Yahuwah.
He say, buy this field for your who?
For yourself.
For your who?
For yourself.
Now I'm focusing on this because what we read earlier in Leviticus 25 for you to understand from the law why this conversation is being had. Jeremiah is the kinsman redeemer. Does anybody know what the name Jeremiah means? Do you recall? Because I don't. Go ahead and look it up.
Sorrow.
Yeah, whom Yahuwah has appointed.
So this is whom Yahuwah has ordained, sent, chosen. And he's saying this individual, the right of redemption is yours. When you go look in the law, you know who would tell you the first person supposed to be able to come buy that back for you? Your uncle. Now y'all know what uncle mean, right?
Strong,
That's our key.
That's brother.
That's not what an uncle is. You just wanted to say strong out loud, didn't you?
Beloved.
It's a loved one.
That's a loved one. That's what uncle means is Daoud. You know what I'm saying? You beloved. You know what I'm saying? That's your favorite uncle. Ain't that what you like to say? Favorite uncle. You know what I'm talking about? But all jokes aside, remember who's a well-known uncle that should come to mind for most of you? I'll allow it. But that wasn't one. Abraham, because Lot was his nephew. But how was Lot referred to him in one instance? His brother, and also his son. You know what I'm saying? When you Shalom Shaul, when you look at things from a biblical standpoint, family-wise, now they're not considered near kin. At the same token, as far as defiling is concerned, if you're a priest, near kin for a priest is mother, father, wife, children. That's where it stops. As far as making yourself unclean. Get Leviticus 21:1 for that. Like you can't make yourself unclean for your auntie. But they still considered near kin. Your cousins aren't considered near kin. The reason why they're not considered near kin is simply because there's another set of genetics that's outside of your familiar line. Even in modern times, your cousins are not considered near kin. To black people, they considered near kin, but as far as a genealogical line, they're not near kin. You know what I'm talking about? Your near kin is your mama, your daddy, your siblings, maybe your grandparents, depending on who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? But aunts and uncles and all that, that's not your near kin. It's near kin as far as this redemptive process is concerned. You know what I'm talking about? But as far as like what he finna read in Leviticus about defiling yourself, you can only defile yourself for your near kin. If you're a priest. Yes. They don't even consider that near kin because you're not even blood related. But stepbrothers is something that the concept by definition would be somebody whose parent was dead. You know what I'm saying? And then you got with that parent. And the step parent in the fashion that is used now never existed in antiquity. They didn't look, because people did not marry someone who had children from somebody else and they were alive. They didn't do that. Because people didn't leave their spouse. Because you would also, the likelihood of you having children and not being married in antiquity was very low. So if you were a man or a woman with children with no spouse, 99.9% of the time is because they died. You know what I'm saying? And even in I would want to say the construct of stepchildren as we know it is a Western concept for one, and it's probably only 100 to 200 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's a new thing in the earth. That's not something. That's not. I mean, even we know, even as recent as the 1920s to the 50s, it was a shame for somebody to have children and not be married. That's why they used to send niggas away. You know what I'm saying? Come back and you talking about that's your cousin the whole time, that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that just wasn't acceptable behavior. But once the standard got lowered, then more and more people just started having children and it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people women who done had these kids, and because you have more men willing to jump out here with any caliber of woman and raise somebody else's children. So I ain't got to stay with this nigga. It's somebody else to do it. So she's not inclined to stay there. And that's how you end up with women with she got kids from 4 different men, 3 different men, 5. That's how that happens. You know what I'm saying? Now, some other times it happens, you was with this dude for a few years or whatever the case may be. Y'all broke up. You got with another dude. Y'all had a jit. You know what I'm saying? And it go like that. Cause shoot, you tell me a day. Cause you know, most people like it skin to skin. Now, somebody the other day said they were with somebody for 6 years and they use a prophylactic the entire time. That is very rare. And living together too. Cause I know I ain't finna live with nobody and wake up in the morning and we standing there salute and you talking about go get the prophylactic. You finna profile on up out of here. Which is kind of rare because most women like it skin to skin. It is. Most women like skin to skin. In general. I just say that there because it's not like women walk around with prophylactics on their person.
I ain't gonna lie. In today's time, a lot of chicks when I was in high school, purse.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, not with all these AIDS cases popping up around here. And all these babies getting born. These niggas skin to skin. I mean, but at the same token, that's how it's supposed to be had. I mean, they created prophylactics for the purpose for you to be sexually irresponsible so you wouldn't be concerned with impregnating someone. That's why they created birth control. You know what I'm saying? That's why they created all that stuff. So you could go out here and hunt whoever with no regrets. You know what I'm saying? But the human inclination is to go skin to skin. Oh, you said there was a lot of chicks in high school that had prophylactics on their person, primed and ready. But I will say that the more a woman like a man, the less likely she's going to ask him to use that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got some women, they just hoes, and that's what they do. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got some women that, hey, I'm talking about this for you got to use a condom. Like, hey, she get brown, that's what she on. But, certain stuff, depends on how much she desire you. Because if a woman like you enough, she won't skin to skin. You like, you ain't got to worry about it today. If I get pregnant, I get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind having this baby. You know what I'm talking about? And then something like this here, shoot. We got time to go to the store. I'm ready now. Little Caesars. Hot and ready. She said, was that your husband? You should have been here to know. See, I remember they did it, and I just said, they fast. Yeah, shoot. I mean, you know why they fast? Because you go to school, and guess what they tell you to do? Y'all could go to school and stick your hand in the bowl and get a whole handful of them. So they sitting here, they like this here. Shoot, might as well get you some condoms, baby. You're hunching anyway. Now she like, well, shoot, I might as well hunch. I got to get rid of these 40 rubbers for my mama find. Ain't nobody tell you find 40 different men, though. Girl, what is you doing? Come on, Phil. It's a cold world we live in.
Saying, who was said unto Moses, speak unto the priests,
No, I'm just messing with
the sons of Aaron, saying to them, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people.
None.
But for his kin that is near unto him,
Near.
for his mother, for
Mama.
his father, for his son, for his daughter, and for his brother, and for his sister, a virgin that is near unto him.
See, you can't even defile yourself for your sister. She ain't no virgin. Because meaning that's her daddy. I mean, that's her husband's responsibility. But only your near kin. Your sons, your siblings, your parents, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Which have had no husband, for her may he be defiled. But he shall not defile himself, a chief among his people, to profane himself.
That don't mean that anybody wicked or this, that, and the third. It just means that if you had to be sanctified for a specific purpose, you couldn't go into your grandma and she was, it's her funeral and you defile yourself for your grandma and now you can't do the service of the Lord. You're not permitted to defile yourself from her. She's not near kin. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But your brother, well, I'm not grandma, your parents, because that's your parents' parents. You still can't do it. My bad. I was right the first time. Your parents, you can't do that. Your mama, you can do that. Your daddy, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, you can't do that. That's not your near kin. You know why that's not your near kin? Because if it's your brother or your sister, you share the same parents. You know what I'm saying? If it's your children, that's obvious. You know what I'm talking about? And if it's your parents, I mean, you know, came to your seed. You know? Outside of that, can't do that. And that's how, but a kinsman redemption is something different. You say that's crazy how they just do handing out. Yeah, they just handing prophylactics out, man. Yeah, they handed us back to us in the 90s too. Had a big old bowl out there, go get you some. Giving them kids lifestyles. They know them things is defective. Look at you laughing. She don't know nothing about that. Everybody say they don't know nothing about none of this stuff. All these children around here, somebody know. Yeah, you were young. You like this help. Especially when you're young, you ain't even thinking about no condom. You got to be young and think about some condoms. Well, you got to be out here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or if somebody didn't school you, or you was out here. You know what I'm saying? When I say I don't mean you was having sex with everybody, I mean you was in the streets around some people who was living an adult lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no condoms, baby? Oh yeah, this nigga tell Sean, come on, why you teaching this girl 12? They teach him young now. So you know little boys ain't gonna use one. He don't care, not till he get burnt. I had a homeboy got burnt by the same woman 3 times in a row. He did. He told me it was good to him. Yeah, that's for the priest. That's correct. And that's for any saint. That Leviticus 21 is explicitly for the priest. When you're dealing with any type of sanctified service, if you would, even if you're not a priest, you still can't defile yourself but for your near of kin. You know what I'm saying? So now, of course, it's the aspect of if you're in a place sanctified for worship, it would be permitted for you to defile yourself and you not be. But that's why you see the people say, "Oh, we're not going in the judgment hall, or we're not going to be able to keep the Passover because we'll be defiled." They wouldn't be able to get around that. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things like, "Nah, you can't do that," and do this. You know what I'm saying? Now you could do it if there's not any service that's coming right behind that. You know what I'm talking about? But if it's a service to God that you need to participate in, you can't do that. Now, there's a couple things that, of course, the ladies can't do nothing about. That's your menstrual cycle, and that's if you just had a child. Because that's natural. That's going to happen. Now, if you got, like, wounds, you know, you got pus coming out your leg, you unclean. You can't come through. You can't do X, Y, Z. These are things that are sanctified because it'll defile the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's me.
It seems like now, though, like in the church, they use their secondary pastor to preach.
Yeah. That's like I seen Pastor Brown with Boone post this other day, which is correct. If you got a church, man, and you got ministers and people under you, and you bringing in guest pastors, why are you doing that? You already have ministers here. See, that guest pastor thing, that's a Christian thing. That's a celebrity type of deal. They didn't have no guest pastors. You know what would happen in antiquity? Their service, another preacher pull up to that service. If he moved by the Spirit with a word, he stand up and preach that word, and then the next person stand up and do it. Not let's make a fire. Guest pastor, Peter Popoff. They didn't do that. That's new stuff. That's vainglory. That's attention stuff. Come on, Silver, where we at? Yeah. Let me come back to Jeremiah 30. And Mo, let's say, I think she thinks you left the lights on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. My light on? I didn't see it.
But just check. Just make sure. She can't see, so don't feel bad. The smiles in here? Is the New Day in here? I didn't see Kofi Kingston come in here. You seen Xavier Woods? I definitely didn't see Big E. You bought some bootios? Y'all don't remember when they did that line, did you? Them boys had a whole cereal in the store off that. That joint started as a part of their gimmick, coming out there with a box said bootios, and they got some cereal out of that. It wasn't nothing but cereal. Now, them 3 black men, man, I'm talking about, and them boys be eating. They got the thing called up, up, down, down. They be on there playing video games and all that though, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really fool with them because it's a group of 3 black dudes. Them boys had pancakes and all. He said, my auntie's funeral, I wouldn't be able to view the body, but I mean, you can view the body. Because if you at the service, you already unclean because there's a dead body in there. So shoot, you might well go see the body if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just like they had my daddy's funeral on a Thursday, so that wasn't no issue. And the only reason we didn't have my mama's funeral on a Thursday because my uncle wouldn't have made it, or we would have had it on a Thursday because I had to sanctify myself to be able to preach that night. Because we was already defiled. We in a cemetery. You know what I'm talking about? So we ain't even, you got to realize you're going to view the body, you're going to be in the church with the body, and then you're going to go to the cemetery. Shoot, at that point, go ahead and see it. Because if you don't step foot in the cemetery, you might well go see the body if you ain't seen it. You know what I'm talking about? I just ain't one to be sitting in a room with no dead body like that, personally. Which is why we didn't have no, one, because of the money they wanted to charge. You know what I'm talking about? And what's the point of just sitting in here for an hour or two with a dead body? You know what I'm saying? We might as well just go ahead and set it up at the grave site and do it like that. Then it just be one, just for them children. I just wasn't with them children just sitting in the room for an hour or two with her body in the casket with the casket open. You know what I'm talking about? That's not necessary. And then 2, why would you want to do that? Let me see. Say back in the day, my family doctor was between 12 and 14, kept asking my mom if she was putting me on birth control at each visit. My mind was on that. I wasn't out there being fast. I was offended and asked why. Oh, because a lot of girls get pregnant young. And you know that's sad that they coming in there thinking you hunching already? Because of all the girls who come in there hunching because you letting the little boy rub on you on the middle school bus. How many of y'all were letting the little boy rub? You were letting the little boy rub on you on the bus? Let's see which one you was in the bus being grown. See, you trying to ignore. You was on that bus being grown. You ain't ride the bus, did you? I'm talking about you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I mean, yeah, I'm talking about you. I was talking to you the whole time.
Honestly, your face was like you.
Oh, you sanctify yourself. You don't sanctify yourself before a funeral. You have to sanctify yourself after the funeral by washing your flesh in water so that you can be clean until the evening. Whatever clothes you had on need to be washed. All that's defiled. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing but uncleanliness in the cemetery. And you know, you ain't supposed to have a dead body in a church anyway. That's a place of worship. You ain't supposed to bring no dead body in there. Which is why you notice they don't have a lot of, I notice they don't have a lot of church funerals no more. Shoot, at the funeral home. Because it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying they don't do it. It's not as often because it costs more money from the funeral home to have funerals on Saturday. It actually costs more money to have funerals on Friday or Saturday. So really, and Sunday, and believe it or not, Monday too. So that's why you see you notice in these days and time people having funerals every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Because it's cheaper, and because it's cheaper, most people are opting out of having funerals in churches because the church is 9 times out of 10 the nigga in the church ain't a member. So the church gonna charge you to use the church. They gonna charge the preacher gonna charge you to preach over this man. And you still got to pay the funeral home. You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay a couple racks for the body to be transported from wherever it's going to the cemetery. And if you want a police escort, got to pay for that too. Yeah, most people have it at a funeral home. It's cheaper. Say my granddad had his funeral in the Catholic church. My God, today. Oh, yeah, you welcome, brother. He said, I stopped viewing the body years ago because I figured you're not my enemy. Nah, man, if you want to go see your people, you go see your people. That's a personal thing. Some people don't want to see dead bodies. Some people, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not finna sit at no wake, though. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They got mad at me because I ain't go to my daddy wake. But I had to preach that night. So I'm like, no, I'm not going. Just to sit out there. I don't even know you niggas anyway. I don't like you niggas. You niggas showed your behind when he died. I don't want to be around none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Told you, remember I told you what Monty said? She said, your daddy dead. He ain't got no affairs. I said, screw her. I don't never want to see her again in life. No, I understand. I don't think most of y'all minds was on hunch until you met a little boy you liked and he tried to talk you into it. You know, just go ahead. It ain't no big deal. Oh, no. You want to telling all your friends. They tell you, it's all right, girl. You should do it. I've been before. He sounds like he done said that a time or two in his day. We know Lil Johnny used to say it. Did it work? Mm-hmm. Like assault people. I ain't got no joke for that. It's inappropriate.
Some better parenting. That's what they needed.
You needed some better parenting. Trying to put it on them. Let me go put it on them. Like he had pristine parenting. You wouldn't be around here talking about, let me put it in the tip. You had good parenting. You would have been at school, reading a book, working on a career. Instead, you trying to frolic and fornicate. Why not? He wasn't doing both. That's the problem. He was fornicating. Being grown. Look at the look. He said the girls were trying to put it on you first too. You let a lot of them war. He's scared, girl. He gay. Lord have mercy. What world we live in? Come on, 32 and 9. Let's get on out of here. This is a heck of a world we live in. You hear me?
And I bought the field of Hanamiel, my uncle's son, in Anathoth, and weighed him the money, 17 shekels of silver. And I subscribed the evidence and sealed.
Tell them what subscribe and evidence is.
Subscribed is kathav, to write, to record, to enroll.
Now this is dealing with the evidence is the Ruach HaKodesh. Where he say his laws will be written at? On your heart. That's where he subscribed the evidence. Evidence
is secret.
That's where he subscribed the book, the writings. You see how that works? Come on.
So I took the evidence of the purchase that was...
Tell him what purchase is. Didn't he say he prayed for you with his own body? Ain't that what he said?
That's miknah, purchase price, possession.
How you get a wife? You got to do what for? You got to pay for it. You got to pay that dowry, man. His dowry was with his blood. You know, a lot of people don't. No, the book of the purchase, the evidence is the law written on your heart. So that's showing you got the Ruach HaKodesh. That's the evidence of the purchase. The Ruach HaKodesh is the evidence that he paid for you. If you don't have the Ruach, that's why he said if you don't have the Ruach of Mashiach, you are none of his, because there's no proof that he bought you. Where's the evidence of the purchase? If you got the Ruach HaKodesh, that's proof that his blood paid for you. If you don't have it, then where's the evidence of the purchase? That's why he'll come up and you say, depart from me, you work of iniquity. I never knew you, because I'm looking for where's my receipt? See, we ain't talking about no invoices, because invoices tell you what you owe. Receipts tell you what's been paid. The Ruach HaKodesh is proof that you've been paid for. So he's looking for the receipt. Where my receipt at? I'm coming. That's why he said he look at that tree, look to see if it was fruit on it. He said if there ain't no fruit on it, dung it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you dealing with. See, you are the field. You know how you the field? Because you made from the dust of the ground. Jeremiah is the kinsman redeemer. The right of redemption was his. Yahushua is the kinsman redeemer. The right to redeem man was his. Him being of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and being descended from Adam with your Matthew and Luke genealogy. You did? That's how that worked. So then he bought the field for 17 shekels of silver, but you weren't redeemed from your corruptible conduct from silver and silver and gold from the vain tradition of your fathers, but of the precious blood. See, he came with something better than silver and gold. Silver and gold corrupt. You sit gold outside in the wrong elements, it'll rust. Same as silver. The blood of Mashiach is forever. Continue, good sir.
So I took the evidence of the purchase, that which was sealed to the law.
That which was what?
Sealed.
Paul, tell him what sealed is. Then he say to the law and the custom. So these people were sealed according to the Torah and the due order.
That's Calm to seal up to affix a seal.
Tell them what law and custom is, man. You can just give them the word. You ain't got to read that.
Law is mitzvah.
Mitzvah, those are commandments, precepts.
It's cocaine. That's statute.
And he say, he that believes on me as a...
Scriptures.
And these are the things that are written in the law. Who? And in the Psalms, because he called the Psalms the law also. Continue.
And that which was open. And I gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Messiah, in the sight of Hanamiel, my uncle's son, and in the presence of the witnesses that subscribed the book of the purchase. For all the Yahudim that sat in the court of the prison.
He said he gave it to who? Who he say he gave the evidence to?
Baruch.
In the sight of who?
Witnesses.
Who was his witnesses? The apostles. He said he gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of who?
Neriah.
Then you can look at Baruch. Tell him what Baruch's name is, man. Which apostle would you look at Baruch? Then he said to see a Hanamiel. Hanamiel in this instance would represent the Father in this regard.
That's blessed.
Again, which one of the apostles you look at and say he blessed? Ain't that your song, blessed?
Ain't that the same? Look at the book of Baruch.
Yeah, in the park.
Yeah.
Said period.
Indeed. Blessed are you, Simon Barjona, the rock upon whom I build this house. See, all this is going back to what we were talking about, the faithful and true witness. Why? Remember what it said is representative of the name, the character of the name. Everything you're looking at with this purchase, the right of redemption, is mercy, grace. You know what I'm talking about? And the abundance of goodness and truth in order to redeem you when you were in debt. Because for the uncle to come and say, redeem this field, that means he sold it. Why did he sell it, Civic? Because he waxed poor. He was with decay. Didn't he say to show yourself strong in Proverbs for those who are poor? That's what he did. Go back and read him what poor is in Proverbs 31. Because see, I was tripping on Baby. Baby gave a whole dissertation to prove how, talking about we always hear in churches the Proverbs 31 woman, but not the Proverbs 31 man, because it doesn't exist.
Poor is on need, poor, afflicted, humble, wretched.
So this is an afflicted man. And guess what? Jeremiah's in the prison seeking to be able to save somebody who's in an affliction. He's not in a great state at that moment. He's locked up. And what was he locked up for, Sid? Just dropping some words. Telling them they going to hell, they don't tighten up. You know what I'm saying? People don't be wanting to hear that. They don't be wanting to hear none of that. I don't think we got none of that. That lady pissed me off with that junk, man, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. She had on a skin tight shirt trying to show her titties. Talking about a Proverbs 31 man. You use Proverbs 31 as a woman just to say it. But you know what I'm saying? It's really just indicative of her character. It has nothing to do with the wealth of the man or the woman. But they also don't know that, like I said, the ability for a woman to buy a field was not uncommon or foreign in the Commonwealth of Israel at any time. How many of y'all been told historically that women in the Bible were oppressed and afflicted all the time? Oh, you got a whole gang of women with that. You know what I'm saying? You hear niggas because on Clubhouse, you hear it every day. But you know what they be talking about though? How they perceive men are behaving now versus what's actually in there. Because just like in the law, it says if a man rape a woman, he should be treated as a murderer. You know what I'm talking about? The law says if a man don't have sons and he only had daughters, the inheritance go to who? His daughters. You know what I'm talking about? Nowhere in there did it say you could treat her. Come on, man. When that boy raped Tamar, man, they wanted that man dead. When that boy Shechem laid with that, they looking at this part when it says a woman, because you got to look at the society that they lived in, man. Also, some people want to take the accountability away from some women who like to toot it and boot. Because let's not act like that. You know, everybody likes to play this game in 2024 that women are just these dainty victims who men are taking advantage of, as if women don't like to get hunched on and throw it back. And if you've been grown, you've been alive enough, and you've been dealing with enough adults, you know that women like to have sex just as much as men, if not more. And that there are very few women who are victims of being manipulated out of their yams. You can't manipulate the women. You can't do that. Just like it ain't too many dudes who got manipulated out of their money. You wanted to give that woman your money. Then when stuff went sour, you want to say she this, that, there, and the third. Nah, cuz you was a trick and she got you. Deal with it, nigga. He said, so the man who sold all he had to purchase the field and apparel. Oh, that was a lady. Get that for him. Matthew 12 and what? 44. Yeah, that don't necessarily pertain to what's in Jeremiah 32 though. There's a lot of people like that. Man. How many of y'all grown people got tricked out of your loins in your lifetime, or that's what you wanted to do? And then when it went sour, did you try to play the victim, or you just accepted that's what you wanted to do? Oh, 13, my bad. I said 12. 13. 14.
It say again that Malkufu Shamayim is like unto a treasure hid in a field, that which when a man hath found, he hide, and for joy thereof go and sell all that he have and buy that field.
See, the difference between this one is there's not a kinsman redeemer attached to this. So what you read in Jeremiah, Hanamiel come at him directly because he said the right of redemption is yours. So that means if this field is being redeemed, it's what we read in Leviticus 25. He waxed poor and sold it. So they have to, according to the law, whoever you sell your land to, you have to give them the right to redeem it. So when Adam committed sin, he sold himself over to Satan. That's what Paul said, I'm carnal, sold unto what? So when you did that, he sold himself to sin. So the right of redemption is Mashiach's. He has to have the time period to buy it back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's got to have the ability to buy that back. Yeah, he has to. You know what I'm talking about? If you're talking about according to the law, he has to have the ability to buy that back. But notice that what he said, if it's a house that's built, can't buy that back. You know what I'm saying? But you sold the land. See, we had something else with the son of my womb and the son of my vows, because that would be dealing with Jerusalem is the mother of us all. And how Jerusalem sit back and say, this is the son of my womb, the son of my offerings, because I offered my son voluntarily, the same way that Hannah did with Samuel. But we got a lot to deal with. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hallelujah for Yahushua in the word. We'll start right there.
That makes sense too, like when we be in the kingdom of Mashiach, that it's gonna be unwalled villages.
Yeah, he paid the price. Because if it's built homes, he can't buy that back. It has to stay with the person who bought it. Like I said, if it's an unwalled village, then it's counted as a field. The right of redemption is his. That's why it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Indeed. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So, you know, and that is certain stuff, man, because, you know, earlier this morning, these boys were having a battle about, do you follow Yah? Do you follow Jesus? Do you follow Paul? Yeah, when it comes to that, I understand. Outside of that, she's solid. I'm just telling you, I didn't know the difference because I know him for a while. But when it comes to talking about the Lord now, she be talking crazy. She be talking, but you know, excuse me. You know why she be talking crazy? Because she accustomed to talking to people who don't know the word like that. And when she hit them with the Nicolaitans, they don't never have an answer for that. That's why the dude boomed the room on the day. That when the Lord say the doctrine of Nicolaitans I hate, and essentially the doctrine of the Nicolaitans is basically Christian doctrine as it is known at this day. And them dudes don't be wanting to deal with that. But they loop anybody who believes in the Lord as being a Christian. And when I say being a Christian, not necessarily a follower of Christ per se. No, she don't. But that's a lot of people. You know what it is.
She's speaking in condescending way.
Well, I mean, I know that, but I'm saying I know that because she don't talk to me like that because she know I'm nicer than the average bear. But the dudes that she's accustomed to talking to, them niggas is trash. So when you know you talking to people who not really learn, you're gonna talk down to them, and that's what she be doing. Now the other lady Sage, she's just insufferable all the way around the board, and I just don't talk to her at all. She passed rude. That she just insufferable. There's just no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna have no conversation with you. But a lot of them don't like when you tell them, like, I don't care if you believe in the Lord or not. They don't never know how to deal with that. See, Will want me to get back on what we was on some years back and make content or open up some calls or do something to let them boys come on around that corner so I can tell them you can pick the book, chapter, and verse and make it light on yourself. We ain't did that in a long time. I'm talking about his fourth is dealing with people who don't believe in the Lord. Cause see, I'm different than the average person. I'm gonna let you pick the book chapter and verse. I ain't got nothing pre-prepared. And if you come to me talking about some Psalms 22, some Daniel 7, or some Isaiah 53, I'm gonna tell you pick something else. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about that. I really don't. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this just man falling 7 times, nigga. Let's talk about, he said, let me die the death of the righteous and let my latter end be like his. Let's talk about that. Who is this righteous man and what is his latter end? What is he talking about? Remember what we read in Ecclesiastes when he said you can't do nothing but what the king do? Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some gangster stuff. He said, you know what I'm saying? We can handle this like gentlemen. We can get into some gangster stuff. If you want to sit around and play pity pat, man, go do that with somebody else. I'm not talking to you about is Isaiah 53 Israel or not. I'm not talking about that. I ain't talking about who the ancient. I don't care about if you think Jesus is God. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and give you a good strong witness so you can go to hell. You know what I'm talking about? Because I already know your heart too hard. You ain't gonna believe what we saying anyway. And you know why I know that? Because most people who say they believe in the Lord don't want to hear what we got to say when it comes to the witness. So I know somebody who don't want to hear. So, give thanks to Yahuwah that he gave you an opportunity. Y'all just don't know how many people. See, y'all don't be on there. Lee, you be on there a little bit more, or you just pick and choose? You be hearing a lot of stupid niggas on there, don't you? Kalisha said the other day, she told they say that Mary was a hoe because of Psalm 51. David mama was a hoe. You be on there, you hear these stupid niggas. Them niggas on there dumb. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all have no idea, and I say this respectfully, what's the proper adjective I want to use? I don't even have one. How low. Like, you know how they say basketball IQ, football IQ, scriptural IQ, how low it is? Out here, y'all have no idea how low it is. I'm talking about low. I thought it was low before Clubhouse became a thing. It's in the depths of hell now. It's low. It's real low. You know what I'm saying? It's so low that you'll be like, that joke can make you look like you a certified skilled scribe talking to some of these people, and you like, I don't even attempt to operate in that type of vocation. That's how bad it is. These dudes don't know what they be talking about. They pontificate well. You know what I'm saying? But when you strip it away, they don't really know no word like that. He said, my bro hit me up today in the spot of the Pharaoh's cupbearer. And well, praise Yahuwah. Beautiful thing to hear. Praise Yahuwah. Yeah, people don't know no word like that. He said, I don't know why that guy Jacob added me to his church group. She got added by Jacob Ward. Jacob Ward trash. Y'all remember that dude that came in there for the chat one day?
Stone.
No. Yeah, he always mad. Shoot. If I made music videos like his, I'd be mad too. Did you see when they were trolling him about his music video? He can sing now, but that video is hilarious. But he trashed with the word. Terrible. Let me ask you, how many different people y'all done heard preach the word since you've been in the word in this capacity? How many different people you done heard? I'm just asking in general because I don't know what y'all do. Just period.
Oh, a lot. At least about 6, 7.
Out of them 6 or 7, how many of them would you say was trash?
I'd say at least 80%.
Damn, that's 6 out of 7. That's tough. How about you, sir? Because shoot, 83% of 7 is 6. Out of them 10 to 15, how many of them trash?
All but like 2.
That's tough.
Maybe 3.
Because look,
Alicia said 2 and they were all trash.
It's either you gonna have family they finna have the gospel and don't really know the law, or they gonna be missing. They gonna always.
It ain't gonna be complete.
It ain't gonna be complete. So,
How many people you done heard? No, don't count me.
You hear y'all Jew?
I didn't hear him.
I know you do. We not even for the entertainment. How many people you done heard, Lee? Where would you rate it?
You should know how to sit down in the room.
It's just your perspective. I understand. I know you're talking. Oh, how many people you done heard, bro?
Preach the word.
Just period.
I just got saved, so I ain't.
Don't feel bad because I ain't hear nobody neither before I got in the word. So shoot, you
I'm
ain't say.
for myself, so.
No, I say this here because I'm just this is for everybody to share their perspective on the journey that I went on. Some people done heard a lot more people preach word, and some people haven't. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard maybe 10 to 15 people, and 98%.
My God, today.
I heard 5, 6 people. Listen to some. Yeah.
Because the reason why I'm mentioning this here is for you to, one, that your mind is always trained to listen for the voice of the shepherd. And two, for us to sit really look back on when that man say the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, for you to understand that that was a real statement. Boop, how many of you done heard? And out of them 5, 6, how many of them would you say were trash?
Maybe like 3.6.
Say 3.7. What you mean 3.7 what?
I'm just giving you a rating based on that. That's my average.
I didn't ask for the average. I'm saying how many of you saying is trash? Is 2 of them trash? Was 3 of them trash?
I did. So one is solid, and then the other people is not all that. That's what.
So you saying 4 out of 6 is trash? Just 3.7 is 4.
Okay.
So you saying 2 not trash?
No, sir.
No, she ain't.
2.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna cut you after class. Go ahead and get your playbook. Elder Stan, how many people you done heard?
I serve the God.
And I ain't talking about just Hebrew people. I'm talking about period.
Yeah, I mean, when you start out listening to them, you think God, then they say something, you know it right, and you just automatically.
You just done. Yeah, because I'm not one to say that all Christian preachers are trash. I'm not one of them people. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. I definitely agree. I don't sit back. Oh, he's a Christian. He got to be trash. They may have certain elements wrong, but I ain't just because some people don't have everything like they understand it don't mean they trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody like, oh no, boy, that boy don't know what he's talking about. That when I say trash, or their information is so simplistic, why would I keep coming around? You know what I'm saying?
That's what it gives. That's what it gives. Yeah. You stop going because they saying the same thing.
It's basic. You're not
It's basic.
it's basic.
But it's meant
To get you in the door.
To
get you in the door.
There's a lot of people that can survive off of milk. Yeah. We can't. Yeah. Once you become full. Yeah.
Say IUIC, GOCC, Big Judah, various Christian pastors.
The milk lasts for a minute. Until you
I don't even know who that is.
Your life. You ain't got nothing to grab on.
Neither to who?
Applying it and taking it serious, then you be like,
hey, look.
they preach.
What about you, Munch?
I know I'm gonna see 1, 2, 3.
And out of them 7, what you'll say, where you look at how many of them are trash? I mean, look here, right? It should always be more that's trash than those that ain't. You know what I'm saying? It should never be no instance you be like, 7 out of 7 were great. That's why I ain't never really looked. Well, I ain't seen none of this stuff in a long time. But yeah, from what I seen, pretty. Only difference with Darby that I ain't really always want to listen to. I ain't care about that Illuminati stuff. You know what I'm saying? I already knew about all that. But as far as like word wise, he wasn't trash. Yeah, he's pretty solid. A lot of people feel like his wife killed him. Really? Yeah, because she was supposed to turn the church over to his son, and she never did. He got his own church, his own YouTube channel. Both of them.
I know the one that plays piano. I know he got a YouTube channel, but
Yeah, dude talking about that the other day. He say both of the sons got a YouTube channel and the wife never gave up pastorship. Said she was holding it till the son got older. That's not how that works.
he said he got a natural causes, but his son actually came out and talked more about his death. Like, that's what it sounds like.
That's why some people believe that he was murdered. I don't know. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't look into it. Because what difference does it make? Who am I going to get locked up for? Oh, why you left that right there? That's just not right. But yeah, he said, I've heard many, there's probably only 3-4 that aren't trash. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying this. I'm saying this for you to get in perspective. There's no way you can hear all these people with the word and all of them got it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. That wasn't really to say, yeah, look at us. That's to show you to see that the reality of how many people actually have some semblance of understanding is always going to be lesser than the amount of people who talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be that way. It's always been that way. We didn't read it the other day, but in Samuel, he said it wasn't no open vision in those days, and the vision of Yahuwah was precious. You know what I'm talking about? Them people ain't had no word like that. Then we were telling your man what we read him yesterday or the other day. He said in Amos there'll be a famine for the hearing of the word of Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something that's always going to be in abundance, if you would. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you have a discriminatory ear and that your heart is open for the voice of Yahuwah and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because if a man got the word, he gonna have the word. You know what I'm talking about? Just because somebody talking about word don't mean he got word. That's what you have to remember. Anybody can open up the scriptures and talk about words, but that don't mean he got the word. And we probably need to spend a little bit more time dealing with that evidence of the purchase, because that's what the spirit is. That's proof he bought you. So when you see the peace, the joy, the long suffering, the faith, and all, that's evidence that he bought you. Because that means that evidence is written on your heart. And when it's written on your heart, he said, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. And then, the heart is going to manifest. Your deeds are going to manifest what's in your heart. Because, he say, the word is sharper than any two-edged sword, dividing asunder to the thoughts and intents of the heart. It's going to reveal it. So, let Yahuwah always be esteemed. Baruch Yah in the name of Yahushua always. Yah willing, we'll come back Wednesday and do it again. Until that time, say bye-bye, Joanne. Say bye-bye. Say good day. Say good day. Say good day. Shalom, Krum.